What has he been saying?
Yeah. Chuck, he can. I'll give him a second if he wants to come up and show you what he did earlier. If not, I'll tell you.
Wait, did he porn bomb me?
No, he was pretending to be my side chick. He stole the identity of another woman.
Okay.
What's up, Simple Jack? Simple Jack and I were having an interesting conversation over at Jack Talcott's, and then I had to go get my daughter. Yeah, it was interesting because he said the world was burning. If I said the world was burning, do you disagree? Do you agree or disagree?
I would need more like context behind that, but like, yeah, I don't know. I hear about a lot. You mean like legitimately the world is burning? Well, yeah, and it's not burning fast
No,
enough.
not literally. Let me introduce you to Chuck from Tennessee.
It flows hope. Oh, that's awesome.
Except this one's a little different because the last one was Flo's side chick, I think, and it was white. But the hair and everything else is exactly the same.
It's a watermelon.
Oh.
It's hard to see. It's a dark colored watermelon.
Okay. Was the last one white?
Nope. It was the same one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I only had one to dress up for you, so.
All right. Wait, that's not a photo. Is that a photo? No, it's not.
That's funny.
Did you take? Is that a photo? Did you make that? You did make that.
Yeah, I did.
Just Chuck.
That's
great.
Well, I had a watermelon. It needed a home.
How do you have a watermelon? What month is it?
He must deserve it. It's just the look on its face too, like it's like all scared.
It's ready to go.
Yep, you noticed the round spot in the lips, eh?
All clear looking.
I did. I recognize that facial expression. I've seen it before.
Yeah, I think.
I made it for Snafu, but I hadn't seen him, so
I haven't seen him either.
I thought maybe he'd get excited if he saw a melon.
He needs to find something to get excited about. It looks like Shirley Q Liquor Puppet. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I didn't even finish saying hi to MGTOW, Lou, Sarah, Divine, Wolfpack. Yeah, and I think that's as far as I'm going to get. If you want to hang out, you got to take her out. Cocaine. Yes, cocaine.
Oh, yeah, Clapton.
Yep. And like a nostalgic song and a nostalgic substance. I haven't. There was a like I had a guy, and I didn't realize until he got deported what a good connection that was.
Oh damn, that sucks. That sucks. That always sucks.
I know. That's when I quit.
Oh man, this has so much I could say about. I'm just not gonna do that.
So here's the thing. I was in high school and he was my age and he had just like snuck into America. And
he got smuggled in with stuff.
He was staying with his uncle. He was staying with his uncle. And his uncle cooked crack. And yeah, he wanted to know girls. He wanted to get to know girls, and I wanted to do coke. So he would get some off his uncle, and then it was.
You would go out.
What? I would. What? No, I didn't do anything scandalous. He hooked me up. He was able to hook me up a little bit, and I was social. I knew people, and so
yeah,
I wouldn't.
I know what that means, bruh.
I don't think. I think that you're thinking it means more than it did. I still had to pay
No,
for
I
it.
think he didn't know chicks, and you introduced him to chicks, right?
Right.
Right.
I didn't do anything like scandalous or anything. I don't know what that look on your face is for. He had to carry it from there. What? I would. Chuck, I feel like you're accusing me of being a pimp, and I was not being a pimp.
No.
Okay.
No, trust me. If I even thought you, I'd just say it. I'd be like, bro, that you use pimping bitches. Just be honest. That's what that. But that's not what that was.
I'm not Cynthia.
Shut up, man. When chicks do it, it's cool.
Right.
Not really, but like that's a rabbit hole. I don't want to get into that one right now.
She's mentioned it before.
Cynthia's cool as fuck. I don't care what anybody says.
You know, it's funny because I was thinking earlier at work, you know, I'm like just working and I'm you know how shit your brain just kind of wobbles around sometimes
yeah.
I started thinking, I was like, you know, there's a lot of people on the internet who are thugs, and they like, bro, you wouldn't say that to my face, like that sort of shit. And I was thinking, but of all the people I've met, I think that Cynthia is the one I wouldn't fuck with.
Oh, for sure. For sure. They're like, that's why I like Cynthia. She's like me. Like, there's shit that like you just don't say to people, and you definitely like that one clip of Paul talking to that dude. I was like, yeah, it's easy for Paul to sit there and do that because he's on a whole nother level.
She's talking about the Anton Daniels.
Yeah, and when he wouldn't say that shit to dude's face, he'd knock his ass out. But what's funny was his response. I would lock you up just because I know you broke ass can't bail yourself out. But my dick's bigger than yours. I was like, oh.
Did you watch the others?
You can't come back from that.
I sent her links to all everyone who it was
Joe Cools. I think you sent me one of Joe's. Yeah.
No,
I haven't been through all of them.
It was. Did you? Let's see. It was because everybody who went on Anton Daniels. It was me. There was O'Shea. There was Paul, and there was Jack and
Wizard.
I haven't watched that one. That's the one I have. You know.
And I had to say, I'm not thrilled when I say all the people that like we know, and then I list that group. Like I could pull Jack out, but I'm not thrilled to be a you know, that kind of white person.
What do you mean that kind of white person? It's like the funniest shit I've ever heard. Pimp flow instead of poke flow. Poke pimp flow. Those two words should not be in the same sentence. But whatever, man. Isn't the Pope actually a pimp though, anyways? Like
depends on your definition. Like technically, yes, I think so. Culturally, he pimps kids, pimps countries.
He's got that hat, man. That's a pimp ass hat.
I can't wear it too much though. It'll lose its
Oh yeah, it will lose it.
Oh, okay, but the world burning. Because I had to cut this conversation short. And Simple Jack, if you want to continue it, you're welcome to join. Is the world burning? Figuratively.
Yeah. Like metaphorically, it's a dumpster fire. Totally.
Chuck?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I do. What part of Tennessee do you live in, Chuck? If you don't
mind. I'm 2 hours from Nashville, hour from Jackson.
2 hours
right
from Nashville?
Between Jackson and Nashville.
So you're right like, how far are you from Knoxville? Like an hour?
Knoxville?
Yeah.
A long way.
Okay, so you're further away. Okay.
I'm in West Central Tennessee.
Burning
like
as in like things are bad, right? It's a dark, it's a burn, the world's burning, shit's wrong, whatever, the sky's falling.
chicks are sleeping with their students left and right. It's fucking weird.
Wait, wait. Simple
That-
Jack is taking that was my position. That was my position, Simple Jack. He says that it's not healthy to focus on the negative and talk about it. I appreciate the invite.
Mm.
Burning a fat joint. But I think it's
But-
interesting because if you say the world's burning, I think most people, it seems like, agree with that. And if you say that people are assholes, basically everybody will agree with it, and yada yada yada. But I think it's a fucking psyop.
I don't think most people are assholes. I don't.
What happened there?
I dropped her backstage because she doesn't think people are assholes, and she took the wind out of my sails.
Oh. There for a minute, I thought I lost connection.
Nope.
Flo likes to be a dominant ass.
You
I don't want to get in trouble yet.
won't get in trouble again.
I've had a day, so I'm like not trying to. I can't. How many times today, Lord, have I asked you? Just let me get through the day.
You made it.
We got a couple hours left. About an hour and a half. Everybody survived so far, but I have very, very made it a point to limit the interactions that I've had with people today.
You want to talk about it?
Not total. I mean, yeah.
I gotta let the cat out. It's meowing at the door. But while I'm gone, you just can sit here and deal with the silence or start talking.
I'm gonna sit and ponder about it because a lot of times it's the I don't know. It's like beating a dead horse at this point. That's how I feel about it. And then like, so if I talk about it, it's like, yeah, all that sounds great. It's cool. I get, but at the end of the day, dude, only you can fix it. It got that way partly because you tolerated it. So now I'm just going around being like that towards everybody that's got something to say to me. I'm like, oh yeah.
So this Watt Life says exactly my thought on that. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything is amplified more because everyone has a device in their face constantly.
Oh yeah.
And you all are agreeing with me, but earlier Jack and Jack, the two Jacks, were pushing back, and I don't think nothing's burning. Nothing's burning any more than everything's always been burning. And it will always be burning if you choose for it to be.
I mean, hell, they were saying that back in the late 60s, early 70s.
I mean, everybody's been RT, that doesn't mean you can be a douche.
Douchey.
It's douchey.
Yeah, if you don't know that you're being a douche, like sometimes I can be a douche and not really mean that, like not realize
He knows. No, he knows that he's being a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Some people just can't help themselves.
Yeah. Well, this is not a democracy, and nobody has rights here.
What?
I love being this communist thing here.
Must be Talcadia then.
Yeah, it's communism. Aren't you all happy that you gave up your rights for equal slavery? So it would be a longer time out. Like I like RT, but
I was a little cringe. A little cringe.
It's total cringe. It's like the virtue signal, zero sum fun.
I know. I sat there for a minute when I got the link. I was like,
It's called Make Me Feel Better by Knocking Someone Else Down.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exact. I mean, I've talked about how I title and thumbnail streams before. It's sort of because I don't, at least with streams, I don't have usually a topic I want to cover.
Yeah.
Especially if I make them in a hurry, which I did. So I choose sort of ambiguous titles, right? Zero sum fun, but that is exactly the thought that was in my head when I was making it. That was a pretty good pickup.
Well, you got the hat. You can forgive her.
Forgive who?
Forgive the person he was talking about.
She doesn't need forgiven. He needs forgiven.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were y'all talking about?
It was supposed to be a little joke there, but that's.
Oh, okay. I got it. It just wasn't that funny.
Yeah, I know. Most of them aren't.
At least they don't piss me off. You have a way with Jack Talcott.
I do?
You do.
I know. It's like, was it water and oil?
Somebody can make Jack mad.
All I gotta do is show up.
That's weird. Well, but what is it? It's got to be something in particular that triggers it.
Triggers what? I was reading No's message.
Any confrontation.
Oh. I think it's just personality types, really. And I think I've said this to Chuck before. I don't know if Simple Jack or Emma, if you know, but my channel sort of got started in the type community, personality type stuff, and I know quite a bit about that. Yeah. I think that if I have each of them typed right, then they would be conflictors, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's of the 16 types, every type has one other type that it gets along with the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my theory.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember if I told you mine or not.
Do you know yours?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What is yours? I can tell you what I think that you got. Have you taken the test?
Yeah.
Do you agree with it?
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah. Or have you looked? Did you look? So for me, the test was just sort of a springboard into the topic as a whole. My test results were wrong, barely wrong.
There was like one or two things that I thought might have been off, but other than that, it was pretty spot on for me.
Yeah, you're really good at seeing people's personality types.
It was because I don't.
Yeah, I think that's super crazy. Nobody else has ever noticed that ever. That comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chiefs.
I don't. I think everybody thought or assumed that other people were all just like them. When we were younger, and that like the personality type tool really helped me understand that people aren't all the same, and my experience is not like other people's experience. So,
when did you acquire that tool?
When I was early 20s, mid 20s. I was also like at that point in my life though, I had a daughter. I was married to a crazy bitch. I was managing not one, two bank branches full of women. And I just couldn't figure out why the fuck people were not making sense. What is wrong with women? Sort of thing.
Nothing.
Good luck on that answer.
We are. I can't even figure us out. I can't.
So I think, but like this was like the first tool. Because it's mathematical. You've got 16 types, and it's a combination of 8 different cognitive functions. And so it gave me like a grid to understand people through.
Is it really limited at 16?
Depends on how granular you want to go with it, but in MBTI it is limited to 16. In socionics, which is what I prefer, it's a derivative. Well, it's not a derivative. Both of them are extensions of Carl Jung's personality types book. But socionics is the Russian version, and they've developed it a lot more. And also it focused less on think about the communist system versus the capitalist system. The MBTI here in the West was developed in a way where it was marketed to businesses. It's a sales tool, basically. And so it's a little bit more sugar and a little bit less cake, or more frosting, less cake. Everybody's special. It overinflates the awesomeness and focuses on the end of it. It tells you about yourself and how you're great. In socionics, and that was developed out of Russia, it's more it details the interactions between types more, and it's a little bit more sort of on the nose. Like it just is a little bit less cupcakey.
I'll have to look into that one too. What do you think mine is?
I think that you got INFJ. Yeah. I question the I.
That's weird. Why would you question the I?
Because sometimes you won't stop talking. No. But I'm not sure. And I'm not sure because, like, you're talkative with me. What are you doing?
People piss me off sometimes.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes people like there's probably people like lurking in your thing right now, and they try to trigger me on purpose. And that's what that was, like reading on my phone, which I'm now turning over.
Yeah, it's sometimes best is just for some people to just
So,
ignore
like
the
that's what I
chat.
tell people sometimes if they come in my chat, live chat especially. I'm like, it's not that I'm not wanting to interact with y'all, but I'm trying to focus on whatever we're talking about on the panel. And I don't have that kind of attention span because my mental gymnastics can't do it.
But anyways, I question your I. But I don't know. I don't have enough data to go off, you know. I don't know how you interact when I'm not seeing you on the screen, when we're not interacting. You could be. I've made that mistake before where somebody claimed they were an INFJ and I said, no, you're an ENFJ. And she was just more outgoing with me.
Oh, yeah. No. No. I'm the way I am. I won't test people out that I don't know so quickly as I do people in my personal life. Like y'all have not seen me like fully snap. That wouldn't be pretty. Like,
should we see it?
even in real life, I try not to snap on people, but they will. I know a few people in my life that it's almost like they eat, sleep, and breathe to see if they can fucking get me to snap.
Yeah, I've always wondered why people do that and they get enjoyment out of that. I never did.
You can't tell that she'd be fun to trigger?
No, because she's in a swing. She's in a swing at your face, bro. You trigger her enough, you're gonna get clocked. She's a hands-on.
I've been in the last year. I've been working on that part a lot because I really don't like being like that, especially when they haven't hit me first. But if you hit me first, oh yeah, I'm going to get hands on real quick, and you are not going to like that outcome because you're probably going to get stabbed. Just saying.
Yeah, like a cat. Just
Especially if you're a dude.
yeah.
If you're a dude and you put your hands on, I'm gonna stab you the fuck up and laugh while I'm doing it. Don't put your hands on me. I'm a female. Don't put your hands on me if I'm a dude. If you're a chick, we're gonna go knuckle to knuckle. But if you pull out a weapon, I'm pulling out one too.
It's like this camera angle. It makes me look like she's looking at me. I'm like, it's not me, dude. It's not me. Like she's like pointing. I'm like, oh, oh, oh. I'm your friend.
That's what
I
I
want
do.
a hug.
I'm like,
She's
it's not
got your number, Jack.
Yeah, I gotta watch out.
I ain't scared of her though.
That's because you don't know me.
Mhm.
Okay, look. So one of my baby's dads does not talk to me because he's scared.
I believe that.
What did you do to him?
What did I do to him? Oh, I don't know. When he cheated on me one time, I showed up on his job site and like fucking tried to smash the windows out of his blazer. Then he got transferred to a
RT.
different
All right,
job.
hold on. RT, you're off the chain.
He's off the chain. What do you do now?
His point was who says things like that, and then right after I asked the question, I realized that you
Says
know,
things like what?
like about. Never mind.
I missed it.
Okay. So far though, the poll thinks that about a third of the poll thinks you would be fun to trigger.
There's shorts of me being triggered by the sanity machine. Oh my god! Why'd you do that?
Was that Mario when he doesn't make it through the flame dungeon?
Oh god!
She doesn't
I
like that
really
sound.
do that, though. Before it's all said and done, you'll do that, and I literally won't even be affected by it anymore. I'll just be like, but right now,
All right, I won't do it again.
fuck you, man. That's so not cool. I always see that stupid little motherfucker pop up, and then it's not right.
It's
You're
only a video game.
I'm not trying to. I don't mean it in a mean way. I mean it in like a.
A lot of times, actually, some of the stuff I say, I realize after the fact. A lot of it is probably that I probably said it in a way that they interpreted it incorrectly for the way I meant it. I said it wrong, so that caused them to interpret it like the wrong way. Because I generally try to understand people, not offend them. Really counterproductive.
People, yeah, I don't know.
But
I mean,
how much
not about you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe you when you say that. I'm not sure if I mean to offend people or not. When I do, I think I do, but not as much. I don't mean for people to get as offended as they get.
It depends who you're messing with in my book. From
for you or for me, or just across the board.
From my perspective, it depends who you're interacting with.
But you're talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I try not to be a dick to Jack. I think. Would you agree?
I would agree with that. You try
Good
to
job,
have
dude.
conversation.
Who do I try to offend?
Wizard.
Yeah, you made it too
Look,
easy.
I do because I want. So here's what I want out of each of them. Actually, I want Wizard. I want Wizard to tap the fuck out with his stamp shit.
That's a Sagittarius.
I want Wizard to tap out with that shit, with his stamp shit, because he just digs in on the lie. I am nicer to Paul than I could be. 18. I've got a lot of different ways. I could be way meaner. I am nicer to Paul than I could be.
Wait. I gotta ask this. So I know this you're gonna hate me for this, Flo, but if Wizard became his own company, could he create his own stamps as a company?
If he's got his own delivery people.
That's why I was like, there is a way to do it, but I don't think you can do it as a private, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, you can't make your own stamps for the post office. That's theft of services.
That's right. They gave you a machine.
You could hand deliver your own letters and then, not need a stamp.
But you can't put them in the mailbox because that's
correct.
That's a United States Postal Service.
And that's what FedEx does, right? They actually hand deliver their own stuff. That's what makes them
Correct.
a private business that delivers mail. They don't use the UPS. They actually transport it.
Amazon. And so does what's that? UPS. That's Brown, right? The Brown trucks.
Yeah, that's UPS. Yeah.
Well, used to
Those guys have their own postal service. They have their own stamps, right?
they couldn't deliver documents a long time ago. It could only be packages because the
Either way.
post office was losing.
Saving mail.
I
I
am
think
nice.
FedEx does have their own stamps.
I don't know. Well, they got their postage machines, right? You run the thing through the printer.
Yeah.
Yeah. OTW, I very rarely go after. And when I do, it's to tell him to sack up. So what I want from Wizard is him to tap out. I don't really necessarily want anything. I don't expect anything out of Paul. Let me jump back up. Paul, I am much nicer to than I could be. And I expect nothing out of him. So really, I'm just playing, I suppose. OTW is he is presenting the worst example of masculinity I've ever seen in my life. I want him to grow a pair, and I don't care what he does with that pair, but he needs to stand on his own 2 feet and have his own 2 balls, not share a sack with Paul.
That's got to be uncomfortable.
Got to be. It's got to be.
It's
You know
gotta
it is.
be.
You can see it. You can see that he's uncomfortable with it, but he thinks that if he doesn't admit that he was wrong, he's not wrong. Bex, it's too early to tell how the Bex thing will play out.
What about Tarek?
Wow, the list is growing. Flo is.
Okay,
I thought
hold
maybe
on.
1 or 2, but
Yeah, I know. People keep. Okay, we'll get through them. I have really only had. I've gotten along with Bex pretty well most of the times we've interacted, except just recently. My comment about her stands. I do think that she was spineless. And I said it. You know, it was point blank criticism, but it was given for a constructive reason. At least I felt. But you know, I guess I didn't anticipate it getting dug into and pushed back on as much as it did. But she really did not like that claim that I made, so we tussled over it because, in my opinion, because it was kind of on the nose.
Yeah, you hit a nerve.
Yeah, well, because I'm right, because I was right. Sarah, great list, Cynthia. Snaps. I like Snaps. I've said it before. I don't know why I like him. He's a massive douchebag. He slanders directly people, and indirectly he slanders everybody because his behavior. Indirectly, what his behavior communicates is that none of us would give a fuck about kids if he wasn't running around threatening us, which is bullshit. So Snaps, I'd say, has the worst behavior of all of them, but like is maybe my favorite.
Why do you like him?
Interesting.
Explain that.
I don't know. He's kind of squirrely and kind of funny. You know, when he's not being a douche, he's kind of a cool guy. I don't know.
He reminds you of your boyfriend from prison or what?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'll have to sit with it a minute and think about it.
he's your twin flame.
No, I don't have. I don't believe in that. Twin flames is romanticized codependency. The whole concept is just romanticized codependency. It's absurd. You know what that is? If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's like soulmates, except in twin flames. I think you're 2 halves of the same soul, something to that effect. It's pure insanity. It's like almost on the level of transgender insanity.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
Who was in love with a cowboy hat? I don't know.
I don't know.
Tarek.
Tarek used to wear a cowboy hat.
No. Tarek
Tarek
either
has the balls on his chin.
Tarek either doesn't wear a hat, well, or he wears a hat backwards sometimes. Normally, when he wears the hat backwards, it's the day after he's come up on my panel. Tarek, I sort of feel, I want to say similar things to Bex and OTW, but he's actually a little bit harder for me to figure out. Because he does seem to stand on his own. Like, it's almost like he stands on his own 2 feet, but his own 2 feet are mirroring somebody else, if that makes sense. So I don't know that and I'm nice to Tarek, I think. Like, I think that I'm nice to him. Do I get on his ass when he's being ridiculous? Yeah. But I don't think that I'm mean to Tarek at all.
No, you're really nice on the internet, dude. A lot of people on the internet would have not given any of these guys 5 seconds on their panel.
Yeah. And
What
you gave
about
one
Smith?
Timmy.
Timmy? Timmy deserves what he gets.
You could have been a bigger dick though, but you weren't. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even think you were that big of a dick.
Which Timmy you talking about?
Curly hair.
You know, curly hair.
From Paul's channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sarcastic, arrogant little douche.
Yep.
Yeah. If I missed any names, I don't even remember what I'm talking about. Why I'm mean to these people.
What about Smith?
Smith is self-indulgent in his victiming. He gets drunk and then he goes around and he picks fights. He does it in a clever way, but what he wants is for people to attack him so that he can feel like it's a weird form of reverse selfishness. I won't say narcissism because I don't know what he's like when he's sober.
I don't either.
But I mean, it's definitely like to think that, yeah, the way he behaves is definitely showing a lot of narcissism. But he's drunk when he does that. So I don't know. I don't feel bad about talking about his drunkenness publicly because that's when he goes public is when he's drunk. And I don't even think that he hasn't been drinking that long. I've said before, I don't think he has an alcohol problem. I don't think he has an alcohol addiction. How about that? It's some sort of an
he seems to be putting a lot away.
He's putting a lot away, and he's, it's this thing, right? It's join a panel, and it's like, hey, Barbie, I like your hat. Your hat's really cool. I heard what you said about me. That's kind of a bitch thing to say, but it's all right. I like your hat. Right? It's like, did you pick a fight or not?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I think I did have an interaction recently with that Smith person, if I'm not mistaken. But it could have been.
He's the numbers guy. The numbers and the basketball.
Yeah, so it was a couple nights ago. And I think he did say something that, like, I was like, what? But anyways, I try not to read too much into what people say when the panel is really big because there's just so much shit going on there. And everybody's dumping their, like, unprocessed trauma on everybody else in some form or another, whether it's, like, subconsciously or not.
Yeah, it's like everybody's an open book on these panels, and it's fun. It's a fun read.
It is a fun read. The panels are.
Totally agree with that, Jack. I don't totally agree with that statement.
What, that people are an open read?
No, Jack's statement. Most people have a choosing problem. Problems are chosen most of the time.
He's totally right.
I don't know.
What do you think about that Aaron fella, Flo?
Which one? There's two of them, right?
Well, there's Lig, but he's referring to the one that came up on panel the other time. It was
yeah.
That was true.
I think that he is MK'd the fuck out. I don't know what else to think about him, but I definitely think that he's. I don't want to scumbag the guy.
I don't want to join his cult. I don't want to join his cult.
Yeah,
He's
no.
not-
Yeah.
I don't
part
think
of
he's up to any good. I don't think he's up to any good.
Yeah.
And I think that his philosophy or his theology or whatever it is, I think that it's whether by design or not, it is so ambiguous and murky that it serves as a gaslight topic, right? Like, because just that subject and the way that he talks about it, and then the way he connects it with, and Wizard does the same thing. A lot of people do the same thing, but everything is opaque.
But
It's a
got
disorienting conversation technique.
and he's got an extremely sexual bend to it.
Well, I mean,
See,
you'd
that's another
notice.
person that's brought that up. He tried to deny it.
Ah,
He tried to deny that.
Yeah, no, I had a few people reach out privately in between me talking to him on Jack's panel and starting my own. I had a few different people, all were women, reach out and nothing specific, but kind of vaguely said this dude is
bad
predatory
news.
with women.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
So-
one woman that I talked to that told me he was bad news.
Yeah. And I told him that right at the beginning. I said, I think that you're being dishonest, but I'm open. But that's the dead ass truth. I gave him all the information I could give him, which is that I think that you're being deceptive. However, I'll give you a fair chance. And I was right.
Yeah. And we gave him quite a bit of time on the panel, and several questions he like flat out could not answer and would just try to like dance around it or be just dismissive like he didn't hear it. And we're like,
I
no,
totally
bro.
agree. Yeah, totally agree. I was just about to say that.
Yeah. That's not how that works. You need receipts. Like, I don't know when that started happening, but when I was a kid, you went to the store, you bought some shit, you want to take it back, you got to have receipts. So you can't come over
But
here and
see,
just talk
not
shit
even
about it.
receipts. He doesn't even need receipts because he wasn't even talking about tangible things. He was speaking in concepts.
Yeah.
And so if you pin down the concept and it's self-contradicting, which is what I look for when people start getting sort of out there like that. And he had a lot of contradictions in there. Or he'd make claims like everything's electric and then keep building on it. What do you mean everything's electric?
Like, can you even talk about how that's connected to Tesla and then you can't? You don't even do that. Like,
Let's go back to this original. What's the cornerstone of what you're saying built upon? I want to see what that cornerstone is, and he wouldn't ever want to unpack it.
Plasma.
Plasma, right? Plasma. And of course, the Bible talks all about plasma. And then you just make a claim and build on top of it.
But like the minute I heard him say Lord Rothschild, I was like, that's it. I'm out. This guy's freaking moron. Can't do it.
Planet X, can you give me the finger or something real quick before?
Lord
All right,
Rothschild.
I got you. You're good.
Like, we're still on planet Earth, right, everybody? Like, right? Lord Rothschild. Like, I don't even want to call King Charles King Charles. Get on my face with that shit.
Yeah, and the fact he's like, well, I can't. You guys are in trouble if they find out that I'm talking to you.
They already know. They knew you
And
was
what-
talking to us before you got on the panel, dipshit.
Yeah,
And
it's
when,
like
when he said he was talking to Soros and Queen Elizabeth and all them people, I was like, for real?
So that's what makes me wonder about how intentional he is with what he says. Because if you were trying to hustle somebody, is that what you would say?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you use something less ridiculous than Lord Rothschild tweeted at me?
It went like that far because surely he has to see how absolutely absurd that sounds. Like,
well, maybe
they're
that's a
probably
key
not
word.
even called the Rothschilds anymore because the Vanderbilts are not called the Vanderbilts. They're not.
Maybe he's doing like an IQ test. You know, if you believe the first sentence of Lord Rothschild, contact me. You're like, really? He's like, this guy's He's
separating.
Yeah, bring on the
Separate.
cult chicks.
It's
Bring
a
on the
quick
cult.
separation, right? This is how
Yeah.
we weed you out.
Easy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it as. It's
Planet X. What do you think? Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I think this is your first time.
No, no, I was coming in to say that I appreciated that you didn't actually have your thing on happiness, because I don't know if men's happiness it matters. I like Jack, how Simple Jack's always so laid back. Barbie's pretty chill too, and I like that Chuck's a family man. That's pretty. That's admirable.
You know I unblocked you, right?
The what's that?
I unblocked you.
Oh, I didn't know I was blocked.
Yeah. Is this Smith?
This is Smith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can tell by the avatar.
It's a good avatar.
Well, are you don't see? So what's the?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Well, prove me
I
wrong.
got no gripes.
All right. Well, that's refreshing.
I did have a drink though. Yeah, I've been doing that.
You know what? I don't even
I'm
mind
not
that.
addicted to it, but yeah, I do. I drink, and then I'm like, well, I want to share this message with the world, whether people take it or not. That's cool. It's not all numbers though, Chuck. You got to hear some of the other stuff instead of tuning it out. I mean, they're not using who is worshipped in society, rap and sports players, and that's not being racist. That's being factual.
I don't worship sports players.
I'm not saying you do.
But he does have a point.
You don't live in Boston. You don't
It's
live in
bread and
Philadelphia.
circuses.
You don't live in New York. They haven't had a good team in 40 years, and they live and die by the Knicks. I mean, come
it's
on.
actually hypnosis in circuses. Like rap music is hypnotic with the beat, and then they just repeat line.
Oh,
That ain't nothing but a G thing. It's the big G of Freemasonry. It's divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Black and white
for sure.
Sonic floor pinning people against each other. It's
100%.
Freemasonry. There was free pallets of bricks in 2020.
100%. I agree with that. Rap. I think rap is so contrived. From the bottom up, gangster rap is a complete creation of Hollywood.
Yeah.
rap is crap.
I like rap. I listen to
It's
rap.
So
Some of
fucking sick, man.
Yeah, predictive programming. Yeah. It's sick. Isn't sick bad? We just shut everything down for that shit.
I know.
it.
Like, because lately, especially lately, when I'm like re-listening to music, like a song will come on, and I'll be like, "Hold up, wait a minute, what the hell did that? How did that get by?" And no, everybody's just singing along with it. And I'm like, "Ow,
What?
This is sad."
What got by?
Huh? Like some of the lyrics in some of
Oh.
the songs, I'm like, even way back in the day.
Till the sweat
Yeah.
drips down my balls.
Well, that's a given.
yeah.
What's the other one? With some cut where the song starts out with the bed squeaking. You know what it is, hope. What's up? I know you know what I'm talking about. Or David Daniels' song "Play." That is so graphic. Like, no, girl, don't stop. Let me stop you right there. I'm slowly.
I remember there was a song on radio that was pushing that was like school shootings were okay. You guys don't remember that song?
Is it pumped up kicks?
Yep.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
the kids
Yeah.
go running, yep.
Man, I
I
love
pump
that
up my
song.
kicks as I
Yep.
I
That's
was like, what is going on here? And I was like, am I hearing this right?
My God. Yeah.
that song was wild.
It was. I was
Well,
like,
do you
that's
remember the
on-
Master
It was
P song?
on the Grammys album that year. It was won a Grammy.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Because I bought that album that year because my son loved that song.
the world's on fire.
And I was listening
No,
to it for the rest of the
God.
day, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
It's a really good song.
What?
It has a catchy beat. Ignore the lyrics. It's catchy.
It is catchy.
It is.
Um,
What?
But what about, I mean, Ghetto D? Do anybody know the Master P song, Ghetto D?
Yes. Yes. Bourbons and Lights. Oh my God.
How's that song? What's the very first line of that song? Ghetto D, make crack like this.
Yeah.
And then it tells them how to make crack.
Yeah, I know. That's right. That's right. I always like 3-6 Mafia, like when they were underground. But
I saw them. I went to the 3-6 show in like 2005 or something. It was pretty fun. Yeah, I had a good time.
I've only been to rock. I've never been to like a rap concert. I've only been to rock concerts. I've never been to rap.
Rock is better than rap.
And I'm not saying like I haven't listened. I'm just saying like after the pandemic or whatever started, and you got like Eminem talking about following the guidelines. It's like that is the weakest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I lost
Yeah,
all
that was
respect. And
totally
they
bitch
had
made.
vaxxed that thing up by Juvenile, or it was
I love
disgusting.
that song.
It was disgusting.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
it
that song. Go on,
Lost a
man.
lot of respect for that, and just
Yeah.
That was like, and the Yin Yang Twin whistle while you twerk. Oh my god.
But they did. I mean, but they're all sellouts to begin with. Gangster. Those
Exactly.
people aren't gangster. And I've said my theory before. I think the whole thing is contrived. They're all actors, and that's why you have so many shootings, so many going to prison, and then coming out looking different because they're actors and they're retired. That person can't live in that role forever.
Yeah.
And then the Cardi B and Megan Stallion, the what are you serious? Like that's what we're doing. No, man.
To drag society down.
But I don't even
Yep.
like the P word. I don't like that.
The first
And
atomic
saying
test was
probably too much in that song.
First atomic test was Bikini Atoll, and it's like, yeah, it took a toll on society. You know,
I
being modest.
don't know. I'm looking for. I don't think I've shown it here.
I'm
guys-
gonna dip out, man, but I got nothing but love, man. I'm not a fucking hater of nobody.
Well,
For the
I
most part.
appreciate the good attitude and all that shit. But yeah, you're unblocked and everything.
Right on.
So I guess you didn't know that you were. But
All right, good night.
all right, take it easy, man.
Peace.
See that conversation about yesterday I got a notification on my Facebook. It was some chick saying that like porn is outright. I had to sit on that for a minute. I was like,
Say that. Hold on. Between your microphone and your voice, I missed part of what it.
Yeah.
the porn that like okay, I know what it is. Okay, so like I got a comment on Facebook or a notification on Facebook where the chick said she thought porn should be banned, like outright banned.
Oh, right.
And I was like, I could see what I really can see why some people might say that. But then I started thinking all day today, every once in a while, I was like, no. Because of what Larry Flint did in his like thing to get Hustler magazine put out there and going up against the Supreme Court as far as like our freedom of speech and all that was like monumental. So if it wasn't for the fact that porn existed and it was publicized like that, then there's a lot of freedoms that we would not probably be having in that context. So I don't totally agree with that. I do agree with the fact that especially the younger generation is ruining these kids, ruining them.
So let's go ahead and talk and hit that topic before. I was about to bring up a video of Tupac, and I will bring it up, but
But it's relative though. It's relative.
it's good. It's good. She and I were talking a little bit previously about porn, right? And I think it's a problem. And I've talked about this too. I never thought when people would talk about sex addiction or porn addiction or video game addiction, my response was always the same. I've been to rehab. Those things are not addictions, they're hobbies. But then I watched a video by
Wong Hung Lo.
Is that when you sent me the link to?
it was the video I sent you. Who is it by? John Doyle? Is it John Doyle? Heck off, commie.
I think so.
And I'll drop the link in the chat. And it completely changed my mind. I did a 180 on the topic altogether because he goes into the science, like the neuroscience. What does it do to your brain when you look at porn? and it does affect you exactly like a drug. Um, so
Yeah, it like boosts. What is it? Dopamine.
all the things, and
Like
actually,
majorly, and then your brain will stop producing it because it overproduces it, and then that will make you want to look at more weird, bizarre stuff. That's how that happens.
I also heard that people have a hard time separating fiction from reality when it comes to porn. They
Yep.
think that that's how it's supposed to be in real life. I guess I don't know.
well,
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean, it's
like
just actually drugs hijack the part of your brain that's in charge of basically sex. And so what could possibly be more addictive than mainlining exactly what all addictions are modeling. Um
where the fuck is that?
well, but yeah, I'll drop that in the chat.
God,
It's really a good movie.
There it is.
I think though that it's like because I'm Simple Jack. How old are you?
37 this year.
37.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm the youngest one on the panel.
Yeah, you did, baby.
The three of us are all like the same age,
I
but
just turned 32 yesterday.
Thanks.
But
But,
I asked my daughter about this right after I brought it up to him. I texted her and I was like, yo, what do you think about this? And she goes, because me and her are actually in the same generation too. So I was like, what do you, about the young, she's like, it's actually ruining ours too. I was like the younger end of that generation where you are. She's like, yeah. She's like, probably yours too, but not as much as it is ours and the younger ones. Yeah. I haven't asked my son.
Simple Jack, how hard when you were a kid did you ever get into trouble with porn? Or
No.
Okay, no.
I was actually just thinking about that. I couldn't imagine. Like I saw some porn before I lost my virginity, but I couldn't imagine like watching a whole bunch of porn before losing your virginity. And
I mean, the first time I saw it, I was probably in kindergarten, but
Wow.
I just came across it. Right, it wasn't at
Right.
my fingertips constantly.
Explains a lot.
Somebody had to ditch their magazines in the creek behind my buddy's house. So, but
That's gotta be so awkward finding someone's old magazine.
Just, oh my God.
you know,
Sears,
we didn't really know what was going on.
Sears and Roebuck used to be the thing back in the day.
Man, I was raised in the era of Victoria's Secret catalogs. I saw you look up Simple Jack. But but like, so it was hard for us to get porn. Like I got some. But I remember me and two friends running like an Ocean's 11 plan to bust Penthouse magazines out of our fourth friend who was not included on the plan. His dad had a stack of Penthouse under his bed, and we devised some ingenious schemes to get those out. But kids these days have so much fucking shit. I don't even know what that does to you. What's that do to you when you're developing, right? That's the question.
That's gotta be tough.
And the fact that cuckoldry exists as a fetish, I can't think it comes from anything at all except for
That is
porn.
the least that should be the least of your concern as far as fetishes go, bro.
No, but hey, that's in line with the thumbnail too, kink shaming. Cuckoldry is fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
Dude,
What's your definition of that, Flo?
It's a dude who likes watching his wife normally. Swinging is a little. So here's my thing, because I'm kind of possessive. Yeah, no, not doing that. Like, yeah. I've had threesomes before, and if it's two girls, I don't care if I'm there. But yeah, that's girl guy is the only way that's the only other configuration that's working.
That's
I'm not.
theoretically speaking, because that's in the real world. There's a whole nother triangle, but you know, there's that.
I'm not having anything to do with the rest of the world. That's
Oh, you're
I'm
not
plain
into stick
vanilla.
pussy, huh?
Huh?
I'm not doing
You're
that.
not into the
Now, if there
stick
was maybe
pussy?
3 girls and one of them had a toy, like that much.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I grew up on a farm with a barn.
I don't even. I'm not gonna read into that. I don't even.
I don't know if that's a comment related. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either.
Is that
It
related?
probably has something to do with a different conversation in the chat that I missed.
Yeah.
But
I certainly hope so.
okay, here we go. My dad almost killed me for finding full Playboy magazine from first issue Marilyn Monroe under his son's bed and threw them out. I got caught with the Sable. You remember Sable, the wrestler?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I got
never-
caught with her issue.
He's fucking smoking hot, though, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But I love Trish Stratus. Oh my god. And Lita.
At my old high school, we had a PE teacher, and she did a Playboy issue back in the day, and the students found out and was able to bring the issue into school. She
Oh my
wasn't
God.
happy, but it happened. It happened. It was Miss McGee. Yeah, and
What
you
a
could tell
name,
she was.
too.
Yeah, she was. You could tell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, you can't ever be a teacher because kids are fucking savage.
Yeah. And the second it catches the radar, it's it. You might as well be prepared for there to be printouts of it all over the school when you come in the next one.
It didn't
Well,
affect her. She had her job and she kept her job for years. So, but it was just like, wow.
So I knew a guy whose dad would buy him got him a subscription when we were to, I think it was Penthouse. Yeah, it was Penthouse. His dad got him a Penthouse subscription when we were in probably 6th grade.
Wow.
And that, in hindsight, was incredibly creepy.
Penthouse had a second like magazine that they printed out called Taboo. That's where the kinky weird fetish shit started coming into play.
Look at them teachers up there in the St. Louis area, Flo. They
What about him?
they got busted for only being on OnlyFans during the summer.
Mm.
Yeah,
Gotta make money over the summer months somehow.
That's fucked up.
Well,
But
they're
I mean, it's kind of weird too if you think that's like if you're a teacher, you know you don't need to be doing that. Come on.
Oh, is OnlyFans porn?
Most.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
how
never
can it
been
not
on
be? Or do you just not know about the site? You know about the site. Everybody knows
I know about the site, but it's not always like that, right? I heard it's like a mix.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
basically always that.
I'm about to have to go look. Damn it.
Yeah, you better check. You better do some research.
I
Research,
really have
yeah.
never looked. I've never
Yeah, I've
looked.
never
so
been on
I'm like,
OnlyFans.
Me either.
But I heard there's a girl on there that's a virgin. And she's like
We're going to give you solo layout. I didn't realize I was muted. If you want to go ahead and do some research and share your
Wait,
screen,
so
I think that would probably get more views. Barbie watching porn would probably get more views than the rest of us talking.
not
Tommy-
watching it.
Tommy's got his dog on OnlyFans.
He does.
Are you serious?
That's what he says.
But I don't think he's doing anything with it. He said,
Don't let
I
that
think
embed into my brain, please.
I think he just like made a profile for or something. I don't know.
They just gonna randomly make an OnlyFans for the fuck.
He
of it.
does ridiculous stuff. Don't try to understand Tommy.
Yeah,
I
just
don't.
like he says he joined Grinder to get on the meth circuit. And I'm like,
I never heard him say that, but that's hilarious.
that's
Oh my-
what he said.
he's a businessman.
I gotta process that.
It
Grinder.
makes sense. That
Really?
makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
No, the fuck you don't. Don't give me that shit. You can find meth so many other places before Grinder. Don't give me that.
The
There you
gas,
go.
the circuit. He said the circuit. Think about it. The circuit. I don't know if he was wanting stuff or
He
if
is
he was
not
wanting.
fooling me.
wanting
That 70s
pinky
corn
tweakers.
mustache he rocks sometimes. Shush.
That's not a real mustache, though, is it?
I don't know.
Is
I
it?
don't know.
Who, on Tommy?
I don't think I want
Yeah.
to know now that I know.
Yeah.
Tommy.
That's a real mustache.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah, that's creepy.
Absolute fuck. Things I wish I didn't know about people sometimes.
Whose mustache is creepier, Tommy's or Wizard's?
I don't know.
Fucking Wizard. Can you believe that, dude?
What?
He puts this Charlie Chaplin picture behind his head like we're not going to know what he's doing. It's a Hitler stash.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. But it's
Yeah.
also not cool. But like,
But
I haven't.
when you said the circuit, I just assumed it meant like freaks, you know?
Check Talcott's asking
What
for
does
the
that mean?
link, Flo.
Like they're freaky in the bedroom because they're. Oh, is that what he means?
Oh, did I not pin the link?
No, it's probably underneath the poll. No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
under-
it's
it's
underneath.
under, you got to dismiss the poll to find
Oh,
the.
I forgot about the poll.
I forgot about the poll.
Damn, 50 votes on the poll. All right, where'd it
Oh,
go?
what's that?
56% of voters think you would be fun to trigger.
I like how Jack put that question.
I
I
know.
think that's pretty
I know. Kind of victim-y.
safe assumption to make.
All right.
A lot of them don't know me.
Have you guys seen this?
What is it?
It's Tupac. It's Tupac his senior year of high school when he was 17.
No.
Well, 18 will bring lots of responsibilities that I don't want, but it'll bring respect that I feel like that's the only way I can get it. You know, I try to be as mature as I can be and demand it wherever I can get it. But 18
Comes
is like
Cross
you're
is
an adult.
gay.
You like
Yeah,
when
I know.
signed
That's
the
what I'm
release
saying.
form,
These people
I felt so
are
bad 'cause I couldn't
actors.
sign it myself. I had to go and get my mother's and all that. But 18 is it's just society's way of saying that you're ready. But 17, like I think I'm ready now, as ready as I'm gonna be in this world. But oh, it's okay. I guess 17 is all right.
Hmm. Interesting.
It just, yep.
Luxury.
That just,
And
that's
I'm ready.
all
I'm
I
going
see.
to be a little more ready than someone who's grown up.
Look at that
Disney
little
World, you
hand
know,
motion he does
with
there.
Santa Claus.
But
It's
the
kind
licking
I
the
mean,
lips
so
is
you know, I think I'm
a
growing up
body language.
good as in all sense of the word. I think I'm growing up and learning about
He's bullshitting about something.
Those are mannerisms for sure.
When he did the
There-
hand thing, I was
about
like,
being my age is
Even if he's, let's just say, assuming he's straight because we can't prove
proven
anything, right?
to society.
He's not a thug.
I
He's
understand
not
what's going on.
Tupac the gangster.
like we
No.
He's very
not
intelligent,
everybody, but
I
frequently
think.
teenagers are
He is?
stereotyped
so.
in being
Why?
loud music loving,
Some of the past
girl chasing,
interviews and
car
words I've heard.
wanting,
He did
Not
go to a
caring about
performing
the
arts
world.
school. Yes, he did.
cokeheads, and drinking
It
coke
shows.
and smoking and being drug addicts, and
Yeah.
and
So
I mean, in some ways we are. I mean, I chase girls and want the car and
you ain't got to
loud
miss
music.
somebody.
no, you don't. No, he
Don't
doesn't.
sell it, bro. Yeah, don't sell it. You ain't trying to sell it. You ain't fooling me.
So what do you think? You think he was a completely controlled agent, an actor? Or
I think it's contrived from the ground up. I think gangster rap was brought in intentionally by design. I think they put actors here, and it's to sell. Originally, it was to the black community,
Yeah.
but then with Eminem was really the push into and the rest of it, right?
Mainstream, yeah.
Those
Right.
areas where the communities are blended like that, like where I grew up and stuff. That was what it was about.
Did he have just as he didn't? Did he have just as right ear pierce? It did used to be gay. He has a nose ring, you know, like
Yeah. The hoop
all-
too.
nose ring, like wearing leather vests and shit. Like that's not hard. That's zesty.
That's like the Queen guy, the lead singer of Queen.
Freddie
Uh-huh.
Mercury.
Yeah,
Legendary.
Freddie Mercury style.
Yeah,
Listen
I
to the
think
lyrics of Fat Bottom Girls. That's messed up.
Yeah, Crazy Bone did an interview where he read a letter from somebody in the music industry, and it's fascinating. I actually totally believe it too.
I can see that. Yeah.
That and in it the letter is from some anonymous person in the music industry, so that's kind of suspect. But what's in it like rings 100% true, which is that at some point he worked in the music industry, and at some point, a meeting was called at a music exec's house at night, and they went there and they had to sign non-disclosures before they could even enter the house, and blah blah blah. Basically, what was happening is the music industry was picking up rap and promoting it, and it was not going to be conscious. You know, rap used to be kind of silly, almost kind of fun. You know, it not going to do no any more of that. We're going to push gangster rap, and the record label owners have invested in prisons. So basically, they were providing product for their prison investment.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Thoughts, Jack? I know that you're a gangster and you grew up listening to gangster rap, and you've got 3 or 4 arrests but the witnesses all disappeared, right?
Right.
So you were acquitted on all of them.
NWA was one of my favorites in high school.
Who the hell was that?
Look it up.
NWA?
You gotta know. Oh, me so horny.
Oh God, that sounded a little gay there.
Oh, you gotta know the song, man.
Just the way you said it, it was like,
That's how it goes, though. So you did a good job.
Get that out of my mouth.
It's interesting. I think Tupac was an intelligent, articulate young man. Was he an actor for the purpose of influence?
I better bring up Flo's girlfriend.
I'm learning that's a probability. There you go.
He changed his avatar to a watermelon with a wig and lips on it. My girlfriend goes, huh?
She got to know snafu.
I think she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been looking him. I don't know.
Right about now, NWA quarters and
I can't play
What
anymore.
the hell?
Yeah,
What is
no,
that?
I'm sure that's fine.
MC Red, Ice Cube. Fuck the police coming straight from the.
There
That's
you
probably
go.
enough. That's probably enough to get the whole video demonetized.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
None of my streams are ever monetizable anyways, so it's whatever.
I think it's more than 7 seconds.
Who knows?
That's funny.
It's- This world we're living, man, it is something. My music taste. Oh, what were you saying, Barbie?
It'll be like 2:00 tomorrow afternoon for no random reason, and what you said will pop up in my head. I'll be in the middle of a room.
It's because I'm gonna crop it out and turn it into one of the. Yeah, I mean, what time is it? What are we? An hour and 18
I'll
minutes
go back
into.
and go back to it.
Yeah, it'll be the next one of these.
That is
By Flow State. Faggot, white trash, Missouri motherfucker. Sit on Jack Talcott's panel saying you're my best friend, not saying a word about getting me up against that fake religious bitch.
That is my favorite one. He is so angry,
Missouri motherfucker.
and with the eyes too. Like the avatar is, or the filter is perfect.
That's so awesome.
Holy cow!
Actually, I've got a lot of good ones here. I'm gonna try not to OTW the fuck out of
That
it,
one is gonna be all the
but
good.
soon coming next stream. Me So Horny by Jack Talcott.
No, you know what? Tiny's got me right. It was Two Live Crew that was Me So Horny.
Yeah.
NWA was F the Police. That's right. 2 Live Crew. I was
Yeah.
influenced by those.
We all were.
And you wonder what's wrong with the world.
And then what the other one? It's Tricky by Run DMC. I like it's Tricky.
That's good.
Good one.
I like rap. I still listen to rap. I just don't sing along with anything anymore at all. Really, I don't sing along with anything at all because all lyrics are fucked up, and it's like a mantra. And who wants that shit as a mantra? She fucking hates me.
It's okay to lie to yourself, Flo.
It really does.
About what?
Yeah.
Singing to the music all by yourself.
No,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
I've never been a big singer, really,
Probably
or a
country.
dancer. I will dance, but only because it's like the
It's
path of least resistance into a vagina sometimes.
Mandatory.
It's foreplay.
I don't know. I could see Flo singing that Wrecking Ball song. I think everybody did.
Well, that one's
I
catchy.
came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. All right, that one's catchy. Though. Anything with the long, like when there's that. What's that Offspring song? And it feels like, yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Heaven is so far away.
So far away.
Yeah, far away. The song's called Far Away.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Flo keeps on claiming that Rihanna CD is stuck in his CD player.
It's been stuck for the past 3 cars I've owned. It's wild.
That is so funny.
I actually
only
have
one CD, and it's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
I have some goofy songs on my playlist for sure. Prince? Yeah, I have Prince on there.
It's
I
been
like
like
Prince.
I have
6
Call Me
years.
Maybe.
6
Call Me
years since I
Maybe
bought
is a snappy tune.
it. Yeah.
No,
It is. It is. Tell me it's not catchy.
He wants to get that shit out.
When's the last time you bought a CD? It's been like 6 years for me.
Oh,
Oh.
it's been. I started burning them after like the 8th grade. I just burn them.
I as much as I don't want to fall in line with the own nothing and be happy, I fucking love Spotify.
I do too. The last album I actually did buy was Mudvayne, By the People, For the People. That's the last CD I bought.
You're not a big fan of Pandora, the OG? Or
I don't know, I
iHeartRadio?
I don't have it. I don't
like
know.
Spotify now.
I just use YouTube Music.
I don't have that. I get pissed
Bad
whenever
Moon
Spotify won't let me
Rising.
skip anymore.
Heaven is a house. I'm looking at my good mood playlist. That's where all the weird whack kind of where the weird shit gets like Vete Ya. Oh yeah, Just Why. There's that one too.
Somebody in chat saying they used to be a pole dancer.
It's
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Pie.
he's lying. It's Mr. Pie.
Oh,
You Get What You Give by New Radicals.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a great song.
That is a good song.
It sounds like childhood or something.
Yeah. Happiness.
you know that Flo. You know that song Hallelujah?
Well, I don't think so. By who?
Instantly metal when I open up the playlist.
By oh crap, can't think of it.
I
Everybody,
have Crimson and Clover, like Tommy James and the Shondells, like old stuff too on my playlist. Like,
Excitable Boy by what's his name? Who's that guy?
what
I
guy?
hear words being said, but I don't know any connections.
You don't know any of those songs? Excitable Boy is by Warren Zevon. Is that his name?
yeah.
I know that.
That
Y'all
dude's
know
cool.
Crimson and
I like
Clover?
Warren Zevon.
I don't know
Jack
if
is
I
too
can-
gangster for all of our music.
No, I'm not.
Didn't he do the song about small feet, stinky feet, or something?
It
Look-
sounds like something you would do. The
Yeah.
song I like, "Excitable Boy." That's about like a kid who killed his prom date and like ate her or something.
I got a lot of Tech Nine. A lot of
Tech
Tech
Nine's
Nine.
awesome. I'm from Kansas City. I love Tech Nine.
I got
And
a lot of Tech Nine.
Guns, was it Guns, Drugs, and Money or something? I think is another one of the songs I like.
Frank
Oh,
Zappa and the Mothers
Guns-
of Invention.
Money, Guns, and Lawyers. That's the song.
Like here's, for example, there's a playlist that I have, and it's got, in this order, it has Pusha T, followed by KT Tunstall, then a dubstep version of AWOL Nation's Cell, and then Don't Need Your Love by The Game with Faith
AWOL
Evans.
Nation is great.
Yeah, and then G-Eazy Fashion Week, and then Adele Fire. Like, really, having a weird day there? Then some Kevin Gates, and then some Hell Yeah, and Imagine Dragons, 3 6 Mafia.
Oh,
Lil Jon.
did you? Who has Spotify? Jack, do you have Spotify? Simple Jack.
Mm-mm. I use Pandora.
You can't choose the song on Pandora, can you?
No, you can, but you gotta pay premium for the choosing songs.
Have you tried Spotify?
I did because it came with an Xbox and like stuff like that, but I have an account for Spotify.
Spotify does that Wrapped thing. Am
Does
I the only one
what
with
thing?
Spotify? Am I the only one with Spotify?
Mm-mm.
I got Spotify. I have
Have
a
you-
podcast on Spotify. I have
You do?
Spotify. Yeah. Love Spotify.
What's on your? Have you looked at your Wrapped?
Huh?
What are your rap songs or the 2023 year? You know, every year Spotify lists out your most played songs.
Oh yeah, mine.
What's number one?
My top songs.
What's your number one song for the year?
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to bring it up.
Oh, that'd be a cool statistic to see. What song that? Yeah, that'd be
There-
interesting to
it brings
see.
some really cool stuff there. Tells you how many times you've listened to some of the songs that you listen to. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It sucks. I
Come
really
on.
don't listen to music these days.
I just put my number one in the chat, which it kind of surprised me. Like I knew I listened to that song a lot, but I wouldn't have guessed it was number one. I'm not gonna play it just because I've been pushing the button enough.
I'm too busy like looking for these live shows. I'm so addicted to these live shows, dude.
Apparently,
Spider-
it was
yeah.
Mudvayne Scream With Me. That's the one I listened to the most.
Right.
And Mudvayne was
Spider-
the number one artist, followed by Drake, Linkin Park,
Oh come on,
Godsmack,
your emo is
Limp
showing.
Bizkit. Yeah,
Katie asked if that's a 14-year-old girl.
I don't know why Drake's in the middle of that. That's weird.
But yes, Spider is Rob Zombie's brother. That's Power Man 5000. Power Man 5000 is awesome, and they never got enough recognition. And their last album is great. And I saw them the year after, a few years ago.
Man, it sucks. When I look for music, I'm looking for music that's free, like no copyright music, and for clips. So it's all pretty garbage music right now for me.
Yeah, I don't know any new music really.
And I
But
just
see, I guess-
downloaded Jake Hill from The Sword. It's like this samurai beat that's good for games. It's free, so I'm gonna use it and make some shorts out of it.
Then here's some of you gonna get the number twos coming next.
Are you guys interested in playing with the algorithm and trying new things for your channels?
What do you mean?
Like, for
I'm interested in that question.
I have a gaming channel, and I was like, dude, I can't play games anymore, so I had to reinvent myself. So I went on to Google Trending and found out what the top trending topics was, and then made some YouTube shorts out of it. Like, for example, Godzilla -1. I made 2 shorts on that, and then I made one that was surfing CEO was one of the top trending topics, and then I did a car one because people was into cars like NASCAR and racing and stuff. So it's helped me. So I was wondering if you guys are trying something like that and branching out.
All right, give me pause a second. I just dropped my. Not that anybody cared or asked for it, but I just dropped my second and third links for songs most played. I have subs in both of my cars that I drive. So, oh my God, you summoned the Godzilla man. So,
What's up, bro?
that explains probably the first two. Anyways, so so a trending topic though is not something to make a channel about, or that's just for videos.
A trending topic is what helps you get caught in the algorithm through a million channels.
Right.
So if I make something that's trending, like for example Godzilla -1, I'm already ahead of 700,000 channels that aren't making Godzilla 1 content.
But once you get them, you got to keep them.
People don't usually unsubscribe. They hit it and then walk away. Most of my subscribers from YouTube Shorts. So
what else was trending?
Surprising is TikTok ads, which doesn't make any sense to me. There's a new sustainable aviation. They reinvented aviation fuel. These new type of earbuds, ANC earbuds.
Wait, what's the aviation fuel thing?
They're using they're mixing cooking oil and three different elements. Well, three different elements, and then when they mix that, it's creating fuel. They're using like old cooking vegetable oil, like for fryers and stuff. So it's like biofuel.
Piney, I know this song. It's a great song.
So
it's about shake and bake. No, anybody ever know shake and bake? Like, yep.
Like shake and bake, I help.
It's good, dude. Shake and bake is good, and I wish I had more shake and bake. It's actually really good fried.
I'm not sure that you're talking about the same sort of shake and bake we're talking about.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm innocent, bro.
Yeah.
My shake and bake.
I think we're talking about the same one. Yeah.
On time with my dope. Put my mind with my dope.
Speaking of shake and bake.
What's up, baby?
What
Damn,
up?
you stink to fly. Look at you. Over there flexing. Like,
oh yeah, she's trying to out hat me.
oh.
I don't even have to flex to do that. That just happens naturally. And I'm always looking one up.
Hey, you got
You sit around in gray sweatpants, bro.
Thank you.
Sure.
Blessed be the bro sports. Did you choose? You must have looked at some trending topics.
Who? Me?
Yeah. No.
Me?
Yeah. Is that how you chose? Or did you just luck into a trending topic?
Nah.
Luck doesn't happen.
Dude, I think I'm psychic. Honestly, I was watching the original Godzilla in 1954. And then I was watching Destroy All Monsters. And then I was watching Godzilla. I was just like in a Godzilla vortex. And then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, Google let me know that there's like a bunch of Godzilla movies coming out. And then I read about -1, and I was like, no, I got to see this. Because Toho is the original creator. It's like full Japanese because, just like sushi, I want my sushi made by Japanese people. I want my Godzilla made by Japanese people. I'm not like some sophisticated foreign films buff who likes reading captions, but I want to hear the Japanese people. I want to hear them talk that Japanese language. It's so interesting. I don't mind reading the subtitles. And when you go to a movie like that, again, I'm not sophisticated, but it's kind of a sophisticated crowd.
Are you
to watch like
bougie?
a foreign film? I'm not bougie, but sometimes I, cross over, I guess you could say.
I wish
that
I
movie,
could.
Coconut water.
That movie, no, I'm not that bougie. That movie was 10 out of 10. It's awesome. The people are the stars. Godzilla's awesome. It gives you just enough that every time he comes on screen, it is special. It is amazing. I almost cried at the end. I'm not going to lie. It's an amazing story. And it talks about, I love history too. Imagine being Japanese in like 1945 after the war. It goes through all. Imagine having 2 nuclear bombs dropped on cities, like insane, after your whole country's just been firebombed. and it goes over all these tough topics. I've really invested into the characters, and then Godzilla's awesome. And also, I hate superheroes. I used to not hate them, like, Spider-Man here and there, but it's just like you can't even go to the movie theater without just being invaded by these horrible. I don't even know if they're horrible, but it's just oversaturation of these damn superheroes. And the superhero movies, it's always like some woman showing some man. I'm a woman. I have a vagina. I have special superhero powers. It's not Superman. It's like Superwoman, Whammon, or something of that nature. And this movie was men being men. Women knew their place. There was no blue-haired, cross-dressing transsexuals or anything of that nature. It was just awesome.
Women knew
best
their
movie
place.
ever, and women knew their place. Yes.
Barefoot
You guys
pregnant
just grow
in the
up.
kitchen.
Is that what you're about to tell me?
And I might be in love, man. He's saying all the right words in all the right places.
You've got to see that movie. You've got to see the movie, and hurry up. It's been extended because it's so awesome, but it's limited run. Don't miss out. If you're ever going to watch a movie in a theater, this is the one. I was mad. I was mad when Parasite won the Emmy, Grammy, whatever it is, because it's
why do you only bring me on to end this incel insanity?
I think
because
it runs to the end
roboting,
of
he
the
doesn't
year.
realize he's talking to people that don't believe in nuclear bombs, which is half the reason I'm making fun of you, Flow State, and premiering in 5 minutes. While Lumatomi's gone, I figure I'd utilize his channel.
All right. Well, since you insist on advertising during my stream, I will be playing
Oh,
your
you deserve
premiere.
it.
Yes, I will be playing it. So you might as well stay here and watch it with us because we'll all be watching it.
No, I'm not going to take away from my views like you're going to do, but you can have them.
BFF.
Come on, you might as well
You
stay
might
and
as
watch
well
it with
be
us,
at home
Tom.
whenever. You might as well bring it up.
We're gonna be
Just-
talking about you.
Everyone
which is what you
always
wanted,
is.
probably, but
Oh,
don't you want
yeah.
to stay here? So we
I
don't.
wouldn't dream of it. Not if you're going to have this incel ramble on about Godzilla movies.
I think that you're probably. But he's probably got laid more recently than you have, I guess.
Yes, because Illumatami is celibate. That's not incelibate. Illumatami's
Yeah.
got 2 options right in the chat right now. He could fly out. He's not flying either of them out.
Well, option one and option. If you are a woman who would sleep with Tommy and fly out right now, type a 1 in the chat.
Do not do that.
In Hollywood, say it like,
They know who they are. We don't grandstand.
Because I might fly out if he's in a cool place.
He is. He's in Colorado.
There is no place that's a cool place.
Oh, he's getting
The
one.
one world
I have
government
his
is
address somewhere,
invading, and you
too.
think
I
there's
will
going to
send
be
you
a
his
cool
address,
place.
Sasquatch.
Parasite was very good.
I enjoyed it.
Parasite was good, but didn't it
That was
hurt?
the one about the Asian people that
All right,
go
we've got
do
one
the job
chick
and get the
named
job,
Jake.
and then
There's
they get
you
each
know,
person in the
a
family a
young
job.
lady named Jake.
Also, Hereditary. If
I
you've
know,
never
it's-
been fucking
All
freaked
right, I
out by
stand
a
corrected.
horror movie.
Jake. and
Oh my
Sarah-
God! Incels abound.
Who is that? Is that the guy you made the stream about the other day?
That's a Lumatomi. No, that's a Lumatomi.
Oh,
I made the
You
stream
must
about Snafu Snaps.
Say
That is
you're
Lumatomi.
because you don't get laid, Tommy.
He must have
I
thought
brought
he
something.
hit Grinder.
I brought
Oh,
something
I
for you.
forgot to ask him about
You brought
that.
something for me?
Yeah.
God,
You can tell me when M is done squawking.
I forgot to ask him about that.
About what?
The grinder thing.
what about it? I know about it. What do you want to know?
Ask him about it to see what he'd say.
What do you want to know about it?
I don't know
I'm
exactly
a
how
tranny.
it is and whether or not it's wrinkly on both sides.
He thinks you're a tranny.
Yeah, he does.
What's
I
He
don't
that?
think
called her
Grinder.
tranny. He called her tranny to piss her off.
They have-
Newsflash: real gay men are not attracted to trannies. So, I mean, that's got nothing to do with Grinder. Last time I checked. FYI, no, I'm not on Grinder. I'm not gay, but I have like gay friends. I know that sounds gay.
And it's just
Oh
a tiny
my God.
But if you ever hang out with gay dudes and talk to them, they're not banging trannies. It's the people who look like actually flow state, like straight looking dudes. They're like secretly banging trannies. No offense.
Well, you know.
I have it on good
You know
authority.
what? After this video Tommy's premiering, This is the video that we're gonna watch.
Hold on.
You gotta give it to Tommy, man, for humor. The guy's
He's a
funny.
meme machine, dude.
It's
He's
too
a
early to
meme.
tell yet whether or not I think he's funny.
That's
You didn't laugh at that?
I kind of grimace.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
grimacing with a smile.
Titled Paul State. And he's tagged you and Paulie.
Oh
Oh
God,
God.
This could be an interesting stream.
this could be.
It looks like he's whispering sweet nothings into your ear.
Or screaming them.
But
You know
maybe.
what? No, at least he put me in the guy's position.
You talking about your little spoon?
No, whatever. I'm giving Paul a piggy. Wait a second, but Paul's like 300 fucking pounds.
So you're the Incredible Hulk.
Not only are neither, at least I'm not gay.
Oh,
This is totally unrealistic. I could never carry him.
Oh, imagine those boobs of his pressed against your back like
That's
that.
at least the C cup, bro.
All right, you know.
Is this the same panel? Where did I go?
The time we Mandela'd into a different timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. Mandela. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, in this timeline, I love Mandela's. They're awesome. They totally.
Yeah. You have Mandela French magnets.
Oh my goodness.
Stein.
All right. Oh shit! I fucking hate intro music. I hate intro music.
Yeah.
That's that premiere stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the people like, some of the streamers do some pretty cool intros, music, and all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that you can do that if you have more time than I do in your life.
Right?
What?
Wait, life? Wait, you have a life? What am I doing here? Why am I doing this?
Are you talking to me?
Why
No,
you
I don't really have life. I'm in my Hank Hill years.
Right.
propane accessories.
I
Put
work.
myself in that too
I go to
instead.
Home Depot for fun. All right, we're ready.
Hold on. You go to Home Depot to meet guys.
I
don't
called you, Paulie.
Why are my exes so bitter?
Because you dated them.
They made me cheat on them.
Made you. That
All
is
of
a
my exes
straight.
are crazy.
Oh, classic content, Paula. You better delete this stream once you understand.
I'm not deleting it. I'm not worried about anything. You just some meme you just showed there that doesn't describe me at all. Can you unpack that and give us some clarity on how any of that applies to me?
Well, half of the proof is that you can't unpack it. You cannot self-reflect.
I don't
You-
have any exes on. I'm not in relationships with people online. This is where you are codependent, have a bizarre attachment style.
I want to be codependent.
Holy cow.
That was painful.
Yes, it was.
Was that the whole thing?
I was
I hope so.
sad.
I don't know.
I think he just got trolled.
Good.
That was
Oh,
sad.
I feel
I'm
so
not
much
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
I expected a little bit more out of that. After that thumbnail,
Yeah. I know.
yeah, Rocky, I'll share the clip in the here, I'll link it right.
That's okay.
I don't know, I hate to say it, but I got to. I agree with Paul's assessment, and oh, Tommy's back.
Oh
my God,
Good
you
luck
got me
getting
so
that
good.
attention you paid back.
You got me so good, man.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see it, Flow State. You'd be like the
thought it
Polly
was
boy.
crazy.
You'd be oblivious to self-reflection. You'd never understand the nuance.
I'm gonna reflect tonight. I can't even have my camera on. It's too much. I gotta examine myself.
Oh, it doesn't end there. That's just a warm-up to get your whole trying to get me to talk shit on Machine Lie's family.
Oh, Tom, god damn it. This has been a month now, and you keep talking about it and saying you have a receipt, but you don't
I
have a
don't
receipt.
keep talking about it.
We're talking about it now. I forgot all about it for the third time.
I have a lot on my plate.
A lot
I've
of
got to get
what?
the Jack.
A lot of
I've got to get
what?
you. I've got to maintain a constant onslaught on Paul and Slave.
Oh,
I do appreciate that you made me the dude in the thumbnail.
Only because of the direction your faces were pointed.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
The dance on a log.
You could have mirrored them.
Oh, I know. I know what I can do. I understand the Photoshop. I understand the video editing.
Yes.
I don't just do this channel by clicking live. I don't just click go live and hope the people carry me.
That's what I did tonight.
I know it's what you and Polly do. That's why you're a couple in the picture.
And look, Sasquatch was raised in the roof. He's holding up M.
Okay, now Polly's exes made him cheat on him.
I could do
his exes made him cheat on him.
I could do a stream where I squat in front of a big Masonic eyeball.
You make us
and I cook
backstage
funnel
us.
cakes on my hot plate like I'm Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Are you going to join the crowd that says hot plate equals impoverished? Please do.
I hadn't thought about it, but now that you're inviting me,
That's what they all say. You're unslaved as fuck, Flow State. You're like a heavy Flow State.
I didn't say that. You invited me to join the club. If
I do. And anytime you see someone use something on me and I stop short and go, hey, lean into that. And I say quietly as I say, lean into that. Like JG with the greasy couch. Have you seen JG mention greasy couch? And I just go silent and say, lean into it. Go with it, JG. Go with it.
So what I find more impoverished than the hot plate is the upside down Home Depot bucket it was propped up on.
That was to put it in front of the IC wall, 33 IC. You have no grasp of what you're involved in. That's why you brought this incel on to tell him about the thing that we are all more involved in than you. And you sit here and half tell him about Snafu Snaps.
He laid into Snafu Snaps.
No, he didn't do shit.
Audio avatar looks like a
he's a
clock from
closeted
Close
homosexual incel. And he robots too much for having that mic up in his grill. He eats into the microphone. Why buy a fancy microphone just to Tupperware eat into it? That's why you're incel. It's disgusting.
You're gonna take that from a man who
and you robot too much. You sit and you get the stage and all these people shut up to listen to you go on and on about a Godzilla movie and you start roboting and none of them have the balls to stop you.
I didn't hear it.
Golly, jeez.
Can I respond? Should I respond?
Oh, you'll get yours, Jack Talcott.
You definitely
you're
can
good,
respond. You dabble at your own. You might get killed by a video like the one we just watched that I'm still recovering from.
I'm Hayara Mishima.
That's a risk.
And Godzilla is the best thing that could ever happen to you in your life, whatever your name is.
I am the
Dark
Godzilla
Terrorist.
compared to that
Dragon.
monkey boy you just watched.
This is the best Godzilla movie ever, and I'm going all the way back to 1954. I am doing you a favor, sir.
Oh, you're
and,
full of
and
shit.
bringing it
then.
to your.
What do you know about
attention.
Gamera? What do you know about Gamera, bitch?
I don't even know what that is.
That sounds like
Is
some
that-
kind of nerd Japanese
that anime?
masturbatory
Is that
cartoon.
anime?
Yeah.
Oh, the incel Godzilla fan is saying that Gamera is the nerd shit.
It sounds so nerdy that even I don't know what it is.
Gamera has faced Godzilla. Impudent dog. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Tom, let me. This is why.
Gamera. He even has his own child song.
All right, Tom. Do you see how this looks impoverished?
Yeah, I know how I live in a fucking barrio that looks impoverished. And you fucking believe it. Just like the unslaved, you just say a
I
thing,
do believe
you ride that narrative, and oh, where's my friend who agrees with me? Oh, there they are. Narc with your flying monkeys.
It looks like
Okay.
the Marvel Studio. That's all legit.
Can we bring the chat back up right quick over there?
Fuck the chat.
Oh,
They're the
chat?
fucking shit
Here it is.
foundation.
I just saw. I mean,
Oh, on the side. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Oh God, just stop. You got cool backgrounds. Don't let us hear you laugh like that. You ever see what we do to Joe Cole?
Jelly. You don't have to be jelly. This
Yeah.
person's got a cool background and a cool laugh, and
No,
they're
you want to laugh? I got a good laugh. Gosh,
I'm just a good old boy.
right?
Come on, sing it with me, Chuck. Never
So
mean
we've got
no
a
harm.
yo.
Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the Lord never will. Making the way, the only way they know. Chuck, you were supposed to do the fiddling at that part. The
Was there
peeking.
something in the
You're
chat
supposed
that
to
you
come in
wanted-
with the peeking, where it's like.
I can't sing. Sorry, bro.
Was there something you wanted to see in the chat specifically, or you just want to check out what's being said? Oh shit, I didn't even have it up on screen. Hold on.
Now I was just wondering, like, what kind of activity we have there.
Sarah Connor, do you question my Christianity?
I have.
I question.
Well,
your
yeah, you're a
sexuality.
blasphemous heretic. You can't even see that you're a narcissist.
Do
Is
you
this
remember
like
that time
Grindr
when you were talking about religion and globe Earth, and you said that religion was or that you said that
Yeah,
globe
that's
Earth
what
was-
we were chatting about when I showed that
Oh,
chat
that
of you
was
being a
today
narc.
when you said that
Saying
that
I'm the
globe was
reason
a
you
fact,
backstage me.
but
I
didn't say
make
that
you
your religion was
backstage
fact.
me, right? I
Huh?
make you backstage me, right?
You do. You're not
Like
backstage
you're
right.
not. Your exes made you cheat on them, right?
I didn't cheat on them. I divorced them.
They made you divorce them, right?
Oh no, Tom. I feel like I should backstage you right now because you're about to make me regret leaving you up here. But okay, there he goes. Yeah, I told Tom when he gets backstage, it was his fault, and I stand the fuck by that. Every time somebody gets backstaged off of my panel, they did it to themselves. It's a pretty low thresh standard of behavior to be allowed up here.
I agree. I mean, if you'll let me up here, you'll let anyone up here. I tell Chuck Norris jokes.
It's true.
It's inappropriate. Period. At the worst time. So if I can behave,
We don't know what Tommy wanted. I think he wanted attention. He got some. But yeah,
It's like a good dopamine hit.
right.
He thought it was his Grinder account. He hit the wrong button.
He was up here swinging for some dingus.
I still think that the video could have been way better. I mean, it didn't live up to the thumbnail.
No, that video was lame.
Rocky, I didn't backstage you for sharing a fucking video. I refused to play your video, and you started whining about it and called me a fag and then left on your own. What are you talking about, Rocky?
Oh, that sounds like somebody else. Who used to do that? Complain because they wouldn't play their video. Can't
Well,
remember
and
now.
this is after, like, he's brought video. He comes up on panels. He does this to lots of people, and he's like, "Hey, I dropped a link backstage. Click that video." And the first time I did it, I was like, "Is it copywritten?" He's like, "No." And was it? Yes, it was. And so the second time he did it, I'm like, "Is it copywritten?" He's like, "No, it's just an episode of Friends."
That's one of those new from orbit situations. That's like trying to play the Eagles, dude. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself.
Oh, you want to get hit fast?
Oh,
Just do
you know what?
something
I don't have the
Disney.
banner across the bottom, but if that's to me, if I missed a comment that you really want ridden, red,
Ridden?
you can super chat it with $1. It won't end you.
Save a comment right
But
aside.
Barbie might.
What?
Whoa.
India.
Oh. I'm not a killer. I don't know, man. Fuck around and find out. That's all I can say.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
I just saw hold up. Spaceballs, dude. I just watched that too. Yep.
That's
Good one.
good.
What's up
For
with
the first
Snappy
time-
Snaps, man? Has he come back, Mr. Flow State?
I have not seen Snaps. I've not heard from Snaps. Anybody? Jack, you heard from Snaps? Anybody?
He might be in the hospital again.
I always wonder. Yeah, no, I have not heard from him recently.
Has the chat heard anything?
I saw that he was still a mod on Paul's channel. I
I
was
hear
watching Paul's
tell.
show, and I was like, "Wow, Snappy's a mod. He's got a wrench and everything." And the chat was surprised. Yeah, we were like, "What?" And I was like, "Okay, whatever." So he was in Paul's chat earlier.
Legend has it that if you say his name 5 times and turn around 3 times and then jump up and down and stick one finger up your nose, he'll appear.
Oh, here's Snafu Jr. He's around. Snafu Jr. assures us that he's around.
Good. It's good to know they're looking out.
I mean, somebody's got to go around, threatening the rest of us to give a fuck about kids.
Right.
Who's Snafu Jr.?
Tarek.
Jack.
Okay.
Talking to Jack earlier, that's like one of the tools I took out of my toolbox. Was trying to be a police for other people, like police try to police other people. It's not my job.
Well, but this case, he's not policing people. He's weaponizing them. It's an
You can
attack.
police the grammar, though. That's fine.
I do grammar shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I double negative shame. And you two Southerners in the middle there,
Suck my ball.
yeah, you already know what you did.
Go over here. We're
I
gonna
don't know what I do. What I do.
Probably like a whole bunch of double negatives already.
Tonight? Do I need to go scrolling?
Tonight?
Sup, Dominic?
Boy, you better quit playing. I'm serious.
Fastest way to get me to play.
Picking on Southerners. Shame on you.
What's that about?
Oh yeah,
Come down here and
three
eat some
Southerners. What the
something.
fuck was I thinking about?
Just being mean. You ain't got no manners, son.
Come down here and we'll teach you all how to act.
Home training.
Bless your little hearts, thinking you're going to teach me manners. Tarek, you're taking a step back from
challenge.
what I just
We
said.
will
Bless your
see.
heart. We have a Bigfoot expert. Welcome, Bigfoot expert.
Dang, I was hoping you put me in the middle for the win. North Carolina.
Oh shit! Here, you can take over Washington. He's a communist, anyways. Actually, they're both communists.
Uh-oh.
They're not
Communists
really.
are back.
I mean, Jack is a communist, but he lives in a communist state.
Communists in the back of the bus.
You were talking about the 3 country ones and 2 countries in the middle. I would make it a 3 for a win.
Well, there's 4
So,
of us
have you
here
met,
now.
have you met the actual big? Oh, do you know these two in the middle?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We
Well, you're a
escaped
Bigfoot
it.
expert. That's why I was just.
Yeah. Ah, you made the connection. Damn.
Yeah.
Rumbo.
I didn't know if it was a coincidence because you didn't say Sasquatch expert, which would obviously.
Yeah, that would lead to nepotism. We can't do that. We're not actually related with 2 subspecies. You know.
Well, you're Southerners, so you might be related, and
Right. That's right.
Some dude could have came through a long time ago and spawned us all. Who knows?
you know, I'm from Missouri. I'm not really one to talk shit here.
Shit, you know.
Born and raised, but I don't talk like the twang.
Man, don't be jealous.
You don't remember me on here before?
You'd be surprised.
You
You'd be
remember
surprised.
me
The Southern
being on here
accent
before?
probably pulls more ass than that Missouri shit does. So
I can't put a name with the face. I recognize
There
your
you
face.
go, Barbie.
Yeah, I switched it up. I left the the little ambiguous there on my screen.
Yeah.
Got a little too hot on one thing.
You should drop your link backstage though, so that I can put you after every show. I put everybody who came up in the description box. I link their shit.
Yeah.
So, and anybody who comes up later.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
kind
got
of
no
like you
shit, so I
too.
ain't worried about it.
Mod illiterate, can't drop shit.
I'll ask one of them. Oh, I meant backstage up
First
here.
time I went on the panel was by accident.
Did you really?
Yeah, I grabbed the wrong link and crashed somebody's panel. I was cooking supper.
It could have been worse. You know, there's been a handful of people who have forgot they were. Well, everybody now that the coof happened, everybody knows about jerking off on screen. But
What?
Never crossed my mind, but all right.
I mean, I've never done it on
What are you
accident.
talking about, Flo?
I know a handful of people who have started jerking off and not realized they were still on cam.
Oh
You
my
know them?
goodness.
Or you've heard of them?
And
Damn,
you
bro,
watch?
I know
didn't
two.
give them no bro
Really?
love. Look, bro, look what you're doing.
Hey,
I find it
Barb,
funny when people fall asleep, like straight up fall asleep on stream. No, not saying you, Flo, but there's another guy that joins panels and it's straight up camera on. I'm just gonna pass out. I no shame.
Oh, you're talking about Cecil.
What?
Dude, it
Names out
drives me.
there.
It drives
Yeah,
me
they-
fucking nuts. He falls but he keeps his camera on this far away from his face.
Yeah, you said that the other day. He's like, dude, it's in his eyeball.
hey, Barbie, what's strange is Flo stuck around to watch it.
He enjoys it, the view.
Uh-huh.
That's the only way to get the copy. You gotta- name.
No.
Couldn't hear you.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I have a computer and I have a mic and a lap. Like, you know, I'm all set up. Some of these other people are like living life, driving cars, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys doing?
I've got no
I wish
life.
that I wish that I could stream from the road and get like decent quality, because that's where like all my best thinking is done.
Oh,
Damn, no wonder.
Suggesting I should be streaming from my bathroom.
You might be.
I thought you were in your bathroom.
Yeah, we don't know. There's a reason for that background.
That's right.
Has the best acoustics.
Just
odor block.
just don't forget to turn your camera off before you wipe, and then you don't stand up.
He's got the digitized odor floating around behind him.
That's what that is.
I remember one day I was watching a court show where I forget which court it was, but this is when they were still doing all Zoom, and she was talking to this one fella, and he got up and he walked into the bathroom and he dropped his drawers and he's pinching a loaf off. I mean, you could hear everything, and the judge is like, excuse me, sir. He's like, ma'am, I'm almost done. Hold on a second. Like, oh my God.
It could be worse. You know, when you're in jail, you get used to pooping in front of people. Hell, you don't even quit playing cards.
Oh,
No.
shit.
No,
When
no,
you're
you
in-
don't get used to
when you go
that
into
shit. If you do
service,
something
it's
wrong
the
with it.
same way.
I mean, I can't say that I ever got used to it, but I definitely became more acclimated to it than I ever thought I would be before going to jail for a while.
And
Yeah,
he's
working
peeking
outside.
around the cards.
Working outside the camp, going to school, man, it's ridiculous. You get strip searched about 4 times. All the way down to your skivvies. Left them cough, bend over, all that shit. Now, you would think the bad part is being the guy who has to do that, you know, or have that done to you. I mean, but after a while, you get so used to it, you're like shaking it at them and shit.
Snafu Snaps is here.
What?
So, you know, you get a little revenge here and
the
there.
moon landing. Illumitami faked the moon landing. Hello, Mr. Flo.
Hello.
Well, why are you supporting a moon landing faker like Illumitami? Huh?
Yo, this ain't
Everybody knows the
Grindr
moon landing
network.
was fake, and he's just lying about the moon landing being real.
Illumitami says the world's a globe. Illumitami made me jealous when he had a 17-year-old girlfriend, and I'm mad.
Hey, buddy, this
Snafu
ain't
Maps.
Grindr.
Snafu Maps. I got it.
Oh no.
Look to the left, man. Look to the left.
Petio. The Petio.
The pettiest.
Snafu Maps.
The
Petio.
note-
Everyone's
it's the
got their
note tree.
Petio.
All right. That's enough snapping. Enough yelling.
Holy
Was that CGI or was that really his grill?
That's a filter. But the guy that he's mocking really does go like just like that. He crashes in and starts shouting like a bunch of
Yeah, it
nonsense.
seems like the most notorious ones do that.
Who is?
No, I was saying the most notorious ones do that.
He
They
just
act
needs
like
to.
they're all
He needs
jacked
to
up on
chill
crack.
out. Snafu needs to chill out. I think he has chilled out, hasn't he?
No.
He hasn't.
In some
He's
ways,
getting better.
yeah.
He's getting better.
In other ways,
I'll be
no.
getting tired. You know, you get wore out after a while. Start slipping.
You would think. Apparently, he's been doing this for like 3 to 5 years, depending on who you ask.
Nah, I
Yeah,
couldn't do
that's
that.
what I heard. Yeah.
I've known him for 1 year, and he has not stopped. But he's weaponizing people.
You got TBI. What do you expect?
Downside.
Aside from the humor, best thing I can get out of it is I go watch these people make asses out of themselves and then make sure there's none of that shit in me. You know what I mean? That's about the only value I see in it at all, real value. Now, if you get a
Self-reflection
giggle,
is,
that's always good.
it's kind of hard to look at yourself objectively, though,
That's why you got to look at other people.
to make sure you're not behaving that way.
He gets it. He gets it. That's why you laugh at other people. You don't bother looking
Right.
at yourself. You just laugh at absolutely everybody else that does the same
Okay,
stuff.
okay, I get it. I get
No,
it. I
that's
get
not
it.
what I'm saying. No, I do get my giggles off of people acting like assholes, but I do go to look and make sure that those traits don't exist here.
You need to look at yourself, man. You need to look at yourself. If you can't look at yourself properly, you have a real problem with yourself. There's no way you can interact with other people, man, if you can't look at yourself realistically.
What do you look
That's-
like, Simon?
Who's not looking at themselves realistic?
I'm perfect, man. I'm a pretty
Okay,
motherfucker.
just checking. Just checking. You're looking at yourself.
I'm pretty.
You wouldn't be able to guess it by his voice.
I got a weird earbud.
I'm perfect. I have no problems. I have no problems in my life. I don't have no discrepancies. My wife, right, is a beauty pageant. So at the end of the day, like
She's a beauty pageant.
that's
She's
what
like,
most
"Oh,
men
I'm competing for this
aspire
festival."
to. That's what most men aspire to. You get what I'm saying? So
To your
we
wife?
go we go through these phases where we try to
aspire to.
I aspire to your wife.
Most of the men up on this panel, right, have this
So,
issue.
give me your
Why they
number.
get-
I'll
you
call her
damn
and
on
see
her.
if she's up to snuff.
What's
Yo,
her
she-
name?
Her name is something that's going to be undisclosed.
I just call
the
her. Come
rules-
here.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like she's going to come up one day, and that's going to be a whole revelation. But most of the time, why do we have gray-haired men on panels that have not ever
That's sexy.
had a real relationship, like in terms of understanding that they could be with somebody that will have their back for the rest of their lives.
Define
Like,
real. Oh, wait, he did.
Well, real is not living in a house by yourself after the age of 50. Like, let's start.
Who here lives in a house by themselves after 50?
About 3 members of your panel.
I'm married 42 years.
I'm
Like
37.
25
I'm a
years.
grandfather of 3.
You see the people out there silent. What?
Nice try, Simon. Try again.
It's a good effort, though. I was.
Yeah.
fruit fly.
He
Welcome.
knows when to stop. He's like, you guys won.
Right, exactly. You got to know when to pull out so you don't end up like us with like 3
Yeah.
generations of children on the way.
Man, my pullout game was solid until it wasn't, but it was for a while. For 3 years, it was 2 years, whatever.
That one time.
That one time on the floor at the apartment while Scooby Doo was on TV. I've already talked about it.
I told her to swallow.
Was on a golf course.
That's disgusting, man. What's up with you guys? Why do you want ladies to swallow? What is that all about?
I don't know, dude.
All right, that is a legit question.
Yeah,
No
brother,
evidence.
spit it on you.
No evidence.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What you supposed to do?
Why do you want women to do that shit? I mean, does it make you feel good? I mean,
That is a legit
I can answer that. Yes, of course it does. If they don't, then they're rejecting you. It shows they don't
What?
like you. Yeah, it's a
What the hell?
rejection.
They get pregnant?
it don't swallow, so it makes you feel like they're rejecting you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't want
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
They have to want all of it.
All right, so
All.
all right, so reverse the situation.
Spitters or quitters. Throw them out the door. That's it.
How do you reverse that situation,
Reverse the
Simon?
situation.
How do you do that?
Well, if a lady's turning around and saying what he just said, and it's like, spitters or quitters.
I think it's because I'm a chronic boundary stepper.
Like me.
Like
She knows what I'm talking about. You can see her face.
she knows
what I'm
she
talking
knows
about.
what I mean too. Like
Yeah, but no, she'll
That's a-
touch one of those female penises too. So don't.
it's a feminine penis. It's a very feminine penis.
What are you talking about?
We got into a different world.
She
now.
has a pretty mouth.
Oh,
You
How
took us
about
there.
that,
You took us there.
Godzilla versus
I got a
Kong.
dictionary.
Yo,
But line stepping, right? You want what you can't have, but then if you get it, you don't want it so much. Like anal.
Actually, Spock said it best. Let me nerd out if you don't mind.
I don't know.
In Star Trek, during the Pon farr episode, that's the mating one, the original, of course. He says that oftentimes it is found that wanting is better than having. It is not logical, but it is often true. Just to back up what Flo said there. But no,
What
when
do
it
you
comes
like-
to swallowing, that's just basic, normal, standard behavior for good girls.
Ain't that how
do
they
you
get
like? Do you
pregnant?
like it?
It's kind of common courtesy. I can see what you
I
mean.
think y'all think about it too much.
Do you like it?
I guess that it doesn't really matter to
Well,
me.
that means you've done
That's
it,
the
right?
thing for her,
So
for the thing.
you've done it,
She
right?
wants
So
to, yeah. If
like
you
it?
don't, yeah, whatever.
When you say you've done it, done what?
Yeah, what
Like,
was
Well,
this trickery?
No,
yeah, I think it's a
just like-
trick.
it's like someone can only respond to something they understand, right? So if I ask you a question, I'm saying, do you know what you're talking about? Do you know what you're talking about? So have you actually done it?
Have I ever swallowed?
No,
Yeah.
have you ever done the least thing?
Nigga, please.
I appreciate
Follow,
you giving me
Flo.
the black card, but I feel like you're asking me a trap question.
Mhm.
I feel like you're asking me if I've swallowed, but you want me to think you're asking me if I've had a girl swallow.
It don't mean anything. Like everyone's to themselves, right? So I could log off tomorrow and I could butt squash a nigga like tomorrow. It don't mean nothing. Like if someone's knocking me out like in a jail cell and I gotta do what I gotta do, then that's what I gotta do. What I gotta do. But I'm just
Hell no.
asking-
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let Snafu find out.
I ain't being gay in jail, that's for sure.
No, you're lying. You're lying,
Well,
nigga.
you brought
You're
up
lying.
I'm not. I am definitely not lying on that one.
You might not get a choice.
You're
No, I have
yeah.
lying.
No,
No.
I have a choice.
You won't have a choice if you're in my cell. I tell you what,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
you're gonna stay
steady.
straight. That's
Stay
Oh,
steady working
okay,
at
thank you.
McDonald's, nigga. That'll keep you cool. Like, and
Well,
you
just
know,
watch out for a
Pitching, receiving,
judgmental wife
they're
that's
both
looking to
Lambo.
kill you every day on the cell.
oh,
So.
you know, the fact of the matter is the higher the risk, the higher the higher the frisk. That's how it goes down.
No, you misusing Frisk. Frisk is what you must do today to make sure you're in bed with who you're supposed to be with. That's what you do. You're
What
frisking.
is the
Nah, it don't work like that,
actual
man.
question?
Life ain't that. Look, when when people say life is short, it means it's short in terms of you're gonna experience certain things that you're not gonna like want to experience.
I've already experienced all those things.
Probably not all of them.
Oh
But
yeah, I
what
have
does that got to
actually.
do
That's
with
pretty
swallowing?
fucked up.
What?
What does
Except
that
for
got to do
that,
with
I haven't done
swallowing?
that. I have not done that. That's true.
Like,
Yo,
Some of
man.
your panelists sound like intoxicated philosophers, man.
I think that's probably correct. What were you
Torah,
asking, Barbie?
plural.
that just
All
confused.
philosophers were
What you're saying
intoxicated.
confused the
Stop being
fuck out of me.
stupid.
Like literally, for one, why are you asking? Are you conflicted about it, like yourself, or do you want to know, like,
He's
why?
mad.
Yeah, like I'm
I
not
can
understanding what the underlying reason was for that.
I can explain it for you, Miss Sasquatch. He's mad that his significant other doesn't do that. He's missing out on life. She rejects him every time, and he feels like less of a man, as he should, because she doesn't do the obligatory duties, and that's what's up.
Damn, Dr. Phil broke it down, but I just think he wanted to create a topic.
He said that because that's you know, like most people speak on things in life based on the fact that that's what they're living in their own life. You know what I mean?
Bullshit. I call bullshit on that.
No, that's
So
true. I
you're
believe
not
that too.
swallowing in life. Is that
That's,
what
that's the only thing you got to
They
relate to. What are
project,
you
man.
talking
Everybody
about?
projects shit.
People talk about all sorts of shit that they have no idea about.
Yeah, facts.
But
Yeah.
I think this is a subject that as
So
a
when
grown
they
ass
start
adult,
talking about
you
people's
probably have
tendencies and shit, they're
some
projecting.
knowledge about it.
Maybe
person-
sometimes.
I mean,
That person lives at home in their closet.
mostly people. I mean, mostly people are projecting self-hate too. There's not like a lot of people that come out. Give
He
their
said
opinions
projecting.
for real.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with projecting as long as you know you're doing it in a way where you're comfortable with it. Like everyone's gonna have an opposing view. Don't worry about that shit, man. Just do what you need to do. Like this dude on the sofa, I'm trying to work out what kind of life he's living. You know, but it's not my fucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
It's the first
I
time he's
don't.
been up here, I think,
I'm
so we
not
don't really
going-
know what sort of life he's living.
He's gonna be appealing to certain types of people right now, like Angel. Do you get what I'm saying? When Angel come up and it's just like, yo, you get what I mean? Like people are people. Let's let people be people.
Sure.
I don't know.
And that involves projection. And I agree. There's a lot, you can see a lot of projection on here, and it's kind of interesting to watch because the person doing it doesn't have any idea. And it seems like the person doing it brings up the behavior first. It's not responsive. It's active. It's like you're doing this. And yeah, but it seems like the projector is always the initiator in that sort of back and forth of you're doing this, no, you're doing this.
So I started doing that with Paul when I first met him, and that's why I knew I had to back away, bro. And I was like, I'm projecting onto this guy, and I gotta stop doing that.
Are you sure that you were? Because that's one thing that he and his little crew do is they gaslight people and tell people that they're doing shit that they're not doing.
I was projecting a little bit. I admit that. At the very beginning, I had to back off, Paul, because I had to check myself.
Yeah, I'm suspicious that you might want to revisit that assessment. I'm not saying, I mean, you may have been, but I know that he loves to make people look at themselves, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, it seems like it's just a claim. It's not even a true claim. It's just an accusation, and he based them into getting triggered, and then said,
Oh, thanks for making me feel better.
That sounds like the Bible, bro.
Huh?
Ain't gaslighting
Sounds
just
like the Bible.
fucking like reverse psychology?
Well, it's just a trap.
Yeah, maybe it's reverse psychology, like you do to kids. Tell them
Well,
not to do
reverse
something, then they do
psychology
it.
is like, oh, I wish I wasn't drinking this pop. It's so gross, you know. But then it's I don't know if it's exactly reverse
I mean,
psychology.
like,
but it's similar.
when you tell someone don't do that, and then they turn around and do it, you know what I'm saying? You tell them don't do it because you know they're going to. That type of reverse psychology.
Right.
Yo, Bigfoot, what makes you happy?
Seeing my mom laugh, seeing other people have a good time, getting to know people.
I like.
So that's momentary, right? Sounds momentary.
Happiness is momentary.
Yeah.
No, it's not. My
Yeah, it is.
happiness is no.
Happiness is a momentary byproduct emotion. It's not even the.
Can you pass that through the platform and ask everybody if that's what they feel? Because
Flo.
you know, if everybody feels that happiness is a momentary thing,
it needs to be.
I need to go in the kitchen right now.
Yeah,
Flo,
I disagree. It's
yeah.
not momentary.
That
What's up,
guy,
Simple Jack?
that guy, that lead mechanic on Jack's show, was he talking about that the lucid awakeness is like a state of happiness? Was that?
I don't know if I was there.
Oh,
I
you weren't
couldn't
there.
follow.
I think like other people who go get rich,
Jack.
and then they end up doing something stupid with their life, fucking their life up, you know, and all that shit. And they just fucking go out there in Hollywood, like example, all them actors that just fucking self implode and shit because it's too much fucking happiness, man.
If you like motorcycles, read the book The Zen of Motorcycles. Is the show.
Yeah, I can see motorcycles making people real happy, dude.
It is. It's a really great book. You'll love it. It's really awesome. Zen of Motorcycles.
Yo, I ain't gonna teach any of you guys anything, but I'm just saying, like, happiness is not a momentary thing. And this
Yeah, you could be in a Zen life state where you just roll through life and everything's peaches and cream. I believe that entirely. We make our own choice whether something pisses us off or makes us happy, fucking hurts us or makes us laugh. I mean, it's a choice thing.
I'll give you an example. I'm happy just based on the fact that I picked the right one. Like, and she's never gonna detract. So I don't have like any problem in life, like, because she can turn up in a good state or a bad state. It don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, I picked her, and God picked me. So, you know, I'm whether I'm married to her or I'm not married to her, or like, you get what I'm saying? There's an evolution in life where you have to become as a human being to understand that you rock with certain people. And those people provide you with the evolution of happiness, and that's what happiness is. And when the problem is like people don't even understand what toothbrushes look like. They need somebody to turn around and go, yo, you know, this is what a toothbrush looks like, and it's a very basic premise.
Anyone understanding this?
No.
I'm on your boat, Flo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I done it on purpose because, you know, the fact of the matter is like, we are all human beings, right? And I know like nobody is about to just turn around and find the right one. But the fact of the matter is you do have the option to. So you need to put that work in to actually understand where you're gonna go. That's all it is.
Is this you? Are you defending still being devoted to your ex-wife? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, my ex-wife's cool, man. She's crazy, but she's cool. She's crazy, but she's cool.
I'm sold on it, man. I'm sold with her.
You have an ex-wife and a wife? Is what you're talking about?
No, I only have one. I've only been married once, but she's crazy. Okay, she got sectioned, like, so, but they lowered
Is
the
that
med.
like committed? Is that where you like get put in a hospital involuntarily?
Yeah, no, like 48 days. So she literally has been on meds and stuff. But it just tells you something about society in terms of they're just willing to sort of release patients where they're not even like fully got back to themselves and whatnot. So I'm having to deal with it the same way I had to deal with it in my marriage. But I'm not about to give up on her. When you meet a woman, right? This is a thing. Like men,
why aren't you giving up on her?
Because I'm humanistic. I believe in God. I believe in God.
So you're nice guying.
No, I won't say I'm a nice guy. I'll fuck a nigga up real quick. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not about to just be subjective to all this bullshit that goes on, like in terms of where people don't understand stuff. Like, you need to understand a woman. A woman is complex. Like,
not psych ward complex. Not all of them.
Yeah, no, they are. They're psych word. They are that. They're that. Yo, bro.
No.
This is
No.
why men don't want to deal with women, because they don't understand the levels that women can get to. Women are the most intelligent people on earth. And the reason why they're the most intelligent people
Why aren't
on
I
earth,
seeing any simp cards hitting the chat? My members need
Yo,
to
bro.
do their emoji
I'm
duty.
pretty sure I have a vagina because I'm pretty sure I know how women work. We're
women
not-
are
It's not hard to understand us. It's that y'all don't listen. It's literally most of the time a don't listen thing. You ain't listen. Period.
Really? Because I asked where you wanted to eat and you didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
She
because you
did,
didn't
you weren't
ask the right way. This is the
Wait.
thing. It's like you're stupid. It's like if you don't ask a woman the right way, then this is the thing. Like I dealt with
That's
this
also
as a
true.
child. I dealt with this as a child, right? In terms of men do not understand how to communicate with women. Like, in period.
Hold on.
Thank
you. It's like-
I have to talk. No, please let me talk. Please let me talk. Did you come up here acting like you have some supermodel wife? You're so happy and you're preaching about how to deal and how to be happy and find the right one in relationships. All the while you're talking about your ex-wife who's in a mental institution. Is that what's going on?
No.
Did you drive her crazy?
I thought he was talking about toothbrushes.
No. What? All right. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I heard
address what you just
toothbrush
said. Can I
too.
address what you just said? Just like because
I'm really
he's a white,
confused.
he's a real white guy with a red hat, and he thinks he's cool. So it's like, okay, all right, nigga.
Cool.
If you want to act like a nigga, act like a nigga. Look,
Hey,
listen,
congratulations on your black card, man. That's both of us.
Hop on, bruh. Way to
listen,
go.
bro. Listen,
Power.
bro.
Where's
It don't
my
work
do-rag?
like that. I don't work. Can I ask you a question for a sec before I
You sound
get
like
into
you
what
come
I'm
up
gonna
here
say?
bragging about everything you got going on.
I'm
and you've got the
bragging,
love
yeah,
of your
because I'm
life.
cool. I'm cool, and I've done better
You
than
come
you.
to find out, and
Look, I don't care
talk
about
how
that
you
shit.
can communicate, but you communicated so well that you're divorced and you made her crazy. Is
Yeah,
that
but-
what's going on?
No, I'll tell you something, right? The reason why I say certain things is because God entrusts me to say them things, right? My wife, when we got divorced, did not take anything from me. She wasn't like, yo, 50-50, blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit that people want to fear about and talk about. No, she wasn't like that because she was a good woman. The reason why she was a good woman is because I picked her. Your fear, right?
What?
If you're married, you're married, right?
Yeah, 42
Red
years.
hat, the red hat. You're
Not
married,
married.
right? You're not
No.
married.
42 years,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Why are you not married?
Because he's smart.
Because I got
No,
divorced.
because why did you get divorced?
I wasn't happy.
That's some bullshit, man. You're scared as fuck.
What do you want me to say?
You
What?
what?
What do you want me to
You
say?
know- What? Look, the reason why most men get divorced is because they're scared that their resources are going to be withdrawn from them. That's the only reason why men get divorced. Period. Women get
No, it's
divorced
not.
on a. All right, so why did you get divorced? For real? Because I see you
I mean, I
putting your
met a
hand on
lot-
your face. Like I can see that shit. Okay, so obviously you're telling me something.
Look, okay,
Because
look, I'll
she
talk.
was
Listen,
dangerous to our daughter.
look, I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming
No,
to be the
don't
best one
detract
out there.
from it, Carl. Just
But you
answer
come
the
up
question.
here, your avatar is some kind of a Black Panther or something. You talk about how perfect and how smart you are, how good of a communicator you are. But your wife isn't even your wife; she's your ex-wife, and living with you would make anyone go insane. would make anyone go crazy. And you made her go insane, talking like this constantly, pretending to be whatever it is you're pretending to be. You're not. And it's too much. You're not the expert. You're not a guru. You have a failed marriage. You
sound
still
like
call
you
her a
want to be
wife.
in a relationship with me, bro. I
don't.
just asked you quite a simple question. It was a
No,
simple question.
you did not. No.
A Confucius Russell Brand.
Are you Ali G? Is this like a joke?
Yeah, have
you
you heard
sound
of
like
Robert
Ali
Ronald?
G. You're funny like Ali G. Is this a new character you're trying out? Simon, whatever that guy's name is. This is Ali G, right?
Ali G is Jewish. Man.
Because honestly,
All right, well, don't answer the question then.
What's
you
the
know,
question?
like
What's the question?
when you go home or when you're with your wife, you're gonna be questioning yourself about this shit. How long you gonna last? That's what you're gonna be asking, because I didn't say you were married. You said you weren't. I said, how long are you gonna be lasting? And the fact of the matter is, the reason why you don't get married is because you're in a fear of being in a relationship where someone can actually take your stuff, your resources or whatever. Then why aren't you married?
That's
bro?
part of it. I'll give you that. That's part of it. Yeah, sure.
Then why aren't you married? Because like I was in a marriage and I had no fear of like a woman taking something from me. In fact,
why did you get divorced then?
Why did I get divorced? You don't want to go into that, man. I don't want to derail this whole
You brought it up.
I can if you want. I'm just saying.
I mean, you
gotta
said
be-
there's only one reason men get divorced, and here you are divorced, but you're still devoted
Yeah.
to your ex-wife.
Look, do you want me to speak on that? I can, but I'm just saying, Flo needs to give me the thumbs up to talk about that because he knows the background. But I'm just saying, like,
I do.
It's not as simple as you think, and the way you're talking.
I don't know if I don't recall it actually.
You don't. All right.
Are you
cool.
his ex, Flo?
Stop being- that
You
sounds
sound
gay,
jealous, Chuck.
nigga.
Yeah.
That sounds real gay. Stop.
You
No.
said something earlier about smashing somebody in the bum in prison. That sounds gay.
Oh, and then I want to come back to this unconditional love comment too, because I don't believe in unconditional love. It doesn't exist.
And I'd also like to strike on the fact that all men divorce for one reason, but you didn't do it for that reason. So how does that apply?
Let's do
There
it
you
like
go.
this. We're gonna do why men divorce, then we're gonna do why Simon divorced, then we're gonna do why unconditional love doesn't exist.
I ain't fucking with my cat. Unconditional love for sure.
Simon, take it away. Where were we?
The only reason I divorced is because my ex abducted my daughter. That's the only reason why I divorced. So when we start talking about like women
So
do
she
this,
left you and you wanted parenting rights, basically.
no, she went crazy and she took our child and I had to find her.
Oh,
and
I
our
do
child.
remember. I do remember.
Yeah. So it wasn't sort of like a thing of I had anything against her or anything against the society that brings up these laws that go, okay, men and women are this. She literally abducted our child. It took me 6 months to find them, and no one was helping us. I had to do some 007 shit to find our daughter. And when I found our daughter, she was in a fucked up state, and I had to get her to a place where now she's cool. So that's the only reason. And I don't.
So how
need
do
to
you
be-
not hold that against her though?
Because I was there at the pregnancy when she gave birth to our child. I wasn't really appreciative of how they conducted that operation. They were fucked up. It seemed like a couple of fucking students in there cutting her up and bringing our child out of her stomach. No, that was some fucked up shit. Like, it was crazy. And it's just like, is this a life we're living in where anyone could just cut up a woman and
Not
like
anyone can.
Well, if this
Yeah,
pandemic
well,
didn't teach
the
anything about doctors, they're all fucked in the head.
that's some
let
messed
me
up
let me
shit, man.
speak. Let me side with you for 1 minute, Simon.
Who's this?
It sounds like she really is, for lack of a better term, crazy.
Oh.
And I've had you know, yeah, all women are crazy, but no, I had
You just got some white privilege, nigga. That's all it is.
okay, thanks. I had a woman who really is crazy, and if she ends up in a psych ward, you can't get mad at them. They're just crazy. There's no flow. There's no sense getting mad at someone for being crazy. If they really are crazy, they can't help it. They didn't ask for it. They are. Who knows how they got there? But getting mad at a crazy person is like getting mad at a dog for eating a steak you left on the ground. It's just pointless.
I like where you're coming from, and you know, I think we've been on panels before and we've spoken, and the thing is like, you know, I think you're cool. You know, the thing is, it's just like if you've ever experienced like a woman going through a cesarean section, men don't necessarily appreciate that shit. Like all men want to do is really go, okay, did you actually give birth? Is it a healthier is it a healthy child?
Why? I mean, that doesn't make all women go crazy, though.
It does, for real.
No,
because
it doesn't.
like, well, ask the lady on
9.5
your panel.
pounds.
How old was she?
All right, so if you had a child, right, and you gave birth to a child, if you gave birth to a child, that was Down syndrome, would you blame yourself, or would you blame the the guy?
It's genetics.
All right,
It's a
so but
genetic
you
thing.
chose,
It's
but
a
you
genetic
chose
thing,
that.
and I'm going to tell you right now. Let me stop you right there, Simon. If you do not know anything about Down syndrome, or you have not had a child with Downs, I suggest you stop right there.
I spent 10 years working with people with special needs, so I know what
That's
I'm
not
talking
the
about.
same thing.
That's not the
It
same
is
thing.
the same. It is
No,
the same
it's
thing.
not.
No, it's
Why?
not.
Why? All right. So why is it not? Because you're
Because
trying
for
to tell
one,
me.
you didn't carry that child for 9 months. Okay, so it's not the same thing. It's not. And in my situation, I carried that child for 9 months, and then I held it for 10 days and watched it die. So don't go there. Do not go there.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't go there.
No, but no, no. I can understand where she's coming from. I got like 5 sisters, and they've got multiple kids. I'm an uncle.
Because I don't blame myself that he had Down syndrome. That's not something that anybody can help. That's a genetic. It's a genetic thing. Things like your age factor into that, as well as when the it runs in the line. That and there's 2 different types of Down syndrome too.
Can you tell us about your experience though, because that's really interesting.
What part? What exactly do you want to know about it? Sorry about that.
Is that?
It's a sensitive subject because a lot
Yeah,
of people
I don't know that I
about
want to do the sensitives. I don't want to do it. It sounds like not.
No, I mean, like when people bring up Down syndrome, and
I mean,
they don't.
I don't want to do it.
No, but I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
up to
let's
flow.
not do
But
this.
I'd like to hear what she's got to say because it's really
Oh,
important.
please no.
Well, I mean,
Please.
but hold on. Can we bring it back to what does that have to do with going crazy during a C-section?
Well, you know, if you've ever been in that situation where you've been with a loved one and you've seen them go through a C-section, you're literally talking about a woman having her body like, you know, some man, some person, someone who you don't know, putting a knife like into her.
I understand it's
cutting her
surgery.
open like that. Yo, so it's crazy, man. She was looking at me like whilst she was going through the procedure. They had the whole you know, they put up these
They
sort
block
of
it off so
little,
they can see it. Yeah.
yo, they put up this whole thing and it's just like, yo, and then they're like, yo, when shit goes wrong, they're like, get out of the room. It's just like, it's like, yo, do you get what I mean?
No.
So from and then after it's like, yo, 2 hours later, she can't even think, speak, talk to you, what, not just that, the other. It's just like, yo, you're dealing with a completely different type of woman because the woman you was dealing with previously didn't go through that shit. What woman wants to be cut up like that and go through all that sort of stuff?
All right, Barbie, what do you think?
Well, I didn't have to experience a C-section. However, my sister did, and that is a very traumatic thing to either experience or see first.
Why? Why is it more traumatic than a normal surgery?
I think she froze.
She definitely froze.
Sweet. Now we can change the topic. Divine intervention.
She got triggered.
Sorry, Flo, but I'll give you a juxtaposition. The previous chick I had, she didn't go through a cesarean section, and you know she just had a different type of frame, and she bust out my son like nothing. It was just like there was no beans. It was just like, you know, no problems, nothing. Do you get what I mean? So women are a different type of frame. So like when you see a woman and you want to have children with them, just be aware, like in terms of their hips, their frame, their the way they sort of are statured. Some women are just built in a certain type of way to have children. Like some women are not.
I understand that, but I don't think that there's anything. I've never been around a C-section. I don't see why it would be any different from any other surgery, though. And it sounds to me like you're just covering for your ex being crazy. My ex is crazy as well. He claims his is. Mine's got a diagnosis to go with hers for sure. Sounds like at least yours does.
I'm not gonna say they're crazy, but they definitely have a different bone in their head than men do. That's a fact.
I mean, I'm not downplaying your ex's craziness. The diagnosis is not.
I love my ex though. I like a bit of crazy. You know, it's
a bit of crazy.
I get bored easy. So you get what I'm saying?
A bit of crazy is good.
Continue. Look, it keeps you healthy. That's what they say about children, right?
It keeps you healthy.
Yeah, like most men that have not had children die younger. That's what happens.
How does anybody know where they were conceived? Do you guys know where you were conceived at?
No, I know where my daughter was.
My mama told me.
She did?
Golf course.
Your mama is lying.
I was a C-section baby. I was.
But no, do you know where you were conceived?
Oh, you mean like when my mom and dad did it?
Yeah.
I was conceived in St. Lucia.
Ooh, I'm gonna ask them that for Christmas.
I was probably conceived in the back of a car. Teenagers.
I don't.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nor do I want to know.
I kind of want to know. I think it makes part of my personality.
Yeah,
you know?
Of
like
course it does.
If you were done
That's
in
a
a
real
movie
good question.
theater, then maybe you really like movies. You know?
You're.
Or if
you're
you're done
the,
in a park, maybe you really like nature.
Johnny on the spot at a Leonard Skinner concert sort of guy.
Well, there might be some truth to that.
Oh, maybe that's why you like.
a golf
Maybe
course,
that's why
and
you
I
like
love
concerts,
nature.
Flo. Maybe you were done in a porta potty.
You ever
Like
fucked a
golf,
girl
too.
like over the riverside or some shit? That's some passion, man.
What's the
Like,
Riverside? Is that like an English thing?
If you don't have like rivers like
Down by the river, Flo.
I shot
Down
my
by the
baby.
river.
Like on the other side of the tracks.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a British thing or he's actually talking about like the side of a river.
I just guessed that we all have rivers. There was this time where I was banging this chick at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we was overlooking a river, and it was really explicit, and it was what it was, you know. But I was
I could
very
just
young
play
and
that,
stupid.
just put that in there.
They'll allow you to do that shit if they like you.
On
If you like them.
Over on Bro Logic earlier, we were watching that was the edge of an ocean, and it was just her with her dildo.
What happened?
We watched that story about the chick who got arrested for.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
such a shame.
I don't deal with women that have plastic inhibitions. I don't.
You don't. You.
What's plastic inhibitions?
Thanks for
Like
asking.
what Hank has.
They go to the like women like to shop, man, and the thing is that they're very inventive. So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna have any of that shit in my household. In terms
What are you talking
of
about? Dildos?
whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck. You know,
Yeah,
this
what's
is an,
you still
this
haven't
is
explained what's a
invented.
plastic intervention. What is
Everybody
that?
knows the best dildos are shaped like microphones.
Most of these niggas watch
Cucumbers.
porn. They know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? But they continue to incentivize these ladies in terms of going, okay, that's okay. Like, no, it's not okay. You need
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. That'd be like competing with another dude that ain't got the body attached. Hell no.
where did we get to that point? You get what I'm saying?
But if, I
Where-
mean, if she had one like in the closet from when we was fucking having different, you know, like I wasn't getting any and she had to have some, you know, I'm not gonna go in there and pound one out. Fuck that shit. You know, so I can see the point of it, but yeah, don't let me know about it.
I mean,
I'm gonna
sometimes
chuck
they
that
need it.
motherfucker.
why do we go out? Why do we go out and slay deer and go and put them on our you know, our windows and, you know, our walls, you know, to
I don't know
to do-
anybody that has a deer on a window, but that's creative.
It'd probably be hard to mount it to the glass.
Yeah, I think so.
well, you know,
I mean, I did grow up in that environment. We had like we take and use the hoofs for fucking gun racks, you know. Yeah. That's a country thing, bro.
I don't know.
I mean?
I've never decorated with animal parts. It seems weird to me, kind of, but
Shit,
But
I know
I'm from the
guys that think
Midwest.
if you go hunting, it's not that weird. It's not that weird if you go
there's
hunting.
guys who swear up and down a coon dick is good luck.
Oh,
And
now
they
that I
wear
think of
wear
it,
around the
I
neck.
think I was
way.
I think I was invented in a deer blind.
And
My
it teaches
mother
it
and father.
teaches your children something as well. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like my daughter's like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Yo, I killed that motherfucker." Like, you know, so you know, that's just a president. It's like just like, yo, I ain't trying to kill humans. Do you get what I'm saying? But you know, because they're gonna continue to ask you questions, and this is not your children. It will be the lady that you're with. Like, so if my lady turns around to me and says, "Lo, what you cooking?" I'm like, "Yo, deer or rabbit or some shit." It's like, yo, I ain't seen that shit before. It's like, well, yo, this is what we be doing. You know, this is why we go hunting. This is why we get this shit together, because at the end of the day, we're human and we need to survive regardless. Like, what the alternative is a microwave meal. And what are they doing? These corporate motherfuckers that want to like get you interested in this sort of stuff that allows you to just pop your shit in the microwave for 2 seconds and go, "Oh, that's food." No, it's not food, and it's gonna make you a degenerate. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, I can agree with you on that. I'm off of all kinds of shit. High fructose corn syrup, genetically modified shit. I hate all that shit.
Yeah, we got deer. Don't think for a second we don't, just because I'm in the UK. No, we have deer.
You're in the
That's why
UK? Shit.
That's why I'm speaking about it. What are you talking about?
Y'all
Jesus.
hunting with knives or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were clubs and shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about it. Wait, you see when this nigga turned around, he just made that comment. I was just like, yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. We don't.
Wow,
even
everyone on
know.
panel talking about their women in such a way, and what a way to have your woman to respect you and not run away from you all. I'm not sure that I understand what this means.
Tarek, just come up here, dude. You never make any sense. So come try.
Mine was so bad she died. So I guess I was the worst.
And we're not talking about our women. We were talking about our ex-women.
That's as extra as you can get.
Tarek continuously makes little to no sense
Everything.
in every panel that he goes on. So
When he does make sense, he's antagonizing people or trying to start fights between people. Did you hear so and so said such and such?
I remember when he was like, "My dad's better than your dad. My dad can beat up your dad."
Yeah, that's fact.
Holly-
Sometimes.
Holly
Yeah, I
said,
remember growing up in the day when they would get off and shit.
"He's better than you."
I could never hear you make that noise again, and that's way too soon.
I got a big brother, right? And he's big and he's buff, and he does security, right? And he tried to protect my little sister one day. He went into the school, and because my little sister turned around and said, like, you know, one of her friends was like trying to bully her, and like he went into the school, and my brother, right, he's the biggest buffest dude you could ever see. And you know, I looked up to him as a little brother, but he went into this school and he was like, yo, who's this? And I just found it bizarre, but anyway, he was just like, who's this chick trying to, you know, bully my sister, blah blah blah. Now the father turned up. This father was small. He was a skinny nigga. He was like real small. He was just like crazy though. You get what I'm saying? You know what happened? They started fighting.
Yeah,
they were
it already
like,
started bad.
they started fighting. Yo, the day after, I walked up. There was a bus stop, and I saw the blood on the fucking floor, bro. This small nigga fucked up my big brother. My big brother's the big dude. Like he is situated in certain types of situations. No one's fucking with him. This small motherfucker fucked him up like MMA. Like, and there was blood on the floor.
Did he kick him in the nuts?
And this is when I had to turn around and go, yo, I can't rely on my big brother anymore, man. Like, there's no way in hell. I had to start paving my own way, because you can't always rely on somebody that just looks big. You know, who is your
It's the little ones? The little ones are the ones that are fucking dangerous.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And
because they
the
have to be.
And the silent.
Yeah. You know, that was a huge lesson I learned, man. And shout out to my big brother. I don't, you know, but the fact of the matter is it's all about perception. It's like he gets employed based on the fact that he looks big, brutey, burly, and all the rest of it, and he becomes a security guy and he rocks in the clubs. And you know, I have a background in music, and he's got me into loads of clubs. But I'm just saying, like, it's not that straightforward. I think MMA done a good job in demonstrating that shit. Like, you don't need to be the biggie, busty, da ba 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 boom. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, that'll start inhibiting you at some point. Like, there was nobody easier for me to fight than long guys. Like, because you could get in, if you just came inside of their reach, then they're kind of like,
you already spit too much game flow. I'm telling you, don't give that game. You're giving game to people, because the fact of the matter is like, you already told me like your situation, so you had to survive in a certain type of way. So I don't discredit people just by seeing them. I can see my man, and I like him with the red cap. Like, I would fight him, but I'd be like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'd also like have I'd have coffee cups on the sideline, just trying to go, are you interested in my cookery? Like, rather than just fighting me. You get what I mean? It's like
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, he might fuck me up. Like, at the end of the day, you don't know that. That's the thing. Like, people keep.
Do you know what he's talking about? What's he talking about?
He's actually trying to be nice to me in his weird and twisted world. He's in a way, he's calling me masculine, and that's what he looks up to.
Yes.
On that note, yes, thank you, Simon. And crazy women are crazy. I gotta go. Y'all, peace out. Flo, thanks for pulling up earlier. And bro,
salute.
See you again soon. Salute, indeed.
I gotta go as well, but that's what it is. This is
Take it easy now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, Flo, that's the point I was trying to put across. You can't disenfranchise people just because they look like something. You know, the fact of the matter is unless you've been in that
you
situation,
disenfranchised him, right?
No, well, no. What I did was promote him. What I did was I was like, yo, I don't know. Look, listen, for real, on a 1-to-1, if this nigga rocked up in my house and he's trying to fight me on his best day and he's really antagonized about something, and I felt I didn't even know what he's fucking talking about, he might fuck me up, because that's how fights go down. It's not really about if you're the bigger man or the stronger man or this. It really means like, how are you feeling right then and there? Because that's how shit goes down in terms of, yo, someone's trying to get an advantage over you.
It's a lot of it is mental. A lot of
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
mental.
yeah. Okay, there you go. That's
Is that
right.
what you- yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And that is correct. A ton of it is mental, way more than people assume. And
Zero
then
sum
speed, I'd say.
happiness.
Your confidence, and really confidence is basically fucking everything at all in life at all. It's fighting, it's fucking, it's getting somebody to fuck, it's sales, which whether or not you're in a sales position, you still have to sell things to people, in a sense, sell yourself at a job interview.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me up. I'm gonna go.
Thanks.
Thank you, Flow State. I salute you. You're one of the realest brothers out here, man.
Thank you.
All right. Peace to you in your chat. Bye.
You too.
What's up, Flo? You gonna wrap it up or what's up?
I don't know.
Should we start some controversy? Are you
I
calling out about not being a stripper
unpinned
earlier?
I unpinned the link. Simon ran everybody off. It seems like a fairly good breaking point. I don't need to go, but what kind of controversy do you have? Controversy, or would we have to look for something new?
I don't really have any controversy. I just came up after a long day of shit. I will address that you called. Well, I will correct the record. You said I was not a stripper, and that is definitely not true. I was a stripper.
Were you really?
Yeah, I wasn't kidding about that.
No shit.
Yeah.
For how long?
Let's see. I did it a couple times, but the first time I was like 22 or something.
Did you have the man bun then?
No. I had the short. I have it here. Let me just. I'll just show you. I'll flash you something just for real shit.
Hold on. Let me give you Solar's. Hold on. Put it back up. Your Solar.
No hairstyle. Wait, hold up. I'll give you one more.
All right. You're going.
This will be clipped. It'll be clipped for the internet. Now it's on the internet forever. I mean, I did it anyway, so who cares? I owned it. I was like 22. I did a strip contest because I was like a poor broke fucking college student, and I was out dancing at this.
That's
club.
what they all say, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out at this place, and they were like, "You should come do this contest on this one night." And I was like, "Yeah," and then I did it, and they're like, I won some money, and I was just like a little Chili's waiter. I was working at Chili's, dude. I was like, I was so
that's
young.
the worst. I worked at Applebee's for a semester. I hated it.
Oh, and I had gotten the coolest car from all my friends, and I'd put myself in stupid debt that I should not have. And I put all this pressure on myself, and then I went to just like I was doing the strip off.
You've prompted a soft confession.
There was a strip off circuit where if you go here on Tuesday and you go here on Thursday and you go here on Friday, if you win the contest, you win $100. And I was all about it because I was making like $30 a shift at Chili's, and I couldn't afford my bills, and my parents were broke, and I was like, I remember I called my mom and dad, and I was like, Mom, I need help for rent, and they're like, sorry. And I called my dad. I remember calling my dad, and I was like, yo, Pops, I need it's not that much. Like my rent was very minimal, but it's the first time I'd left home. And I said, I just need like $175. And my dad's like, sorry. And I go, I guess I'm going to have to be a stripper then. And he goes, okay. And I was dead fucking serious. And then I went and won a couple I went and did a couple contests and made money. And I was like, fuck Chili's, fuck Outback Steakhouse. I just made like $200 in like 3 hours. Like, what the fuck just happened? And that's just the beginning of the story. So
I've
long story.
Frequently thought that, not frequently, occasionally, I guess I've thought that if I'm ever single again, I'm gonna go to like a Magic Mike's or something, and I'm not gonna go in. I'm just gonna wait outside of the exit for the doors to open for like when the show ends, and it'd be just like shooting fish in a barrel.
It's a crazy dynamic, dude. It's like
because girls get straight up rapey.
It's not even something that I'm proud of. It's something that I look back and I'm like, huh, that happened. But it was the catalyst to like every event that's created everything in my life to this point. Because doing that got me an investor, to owning a bar, to owning everything that I own now is through me.
How did you get an investor out of that?
Because I was a bartender at a bar
at Chili's,
and I had a regular customer that was very intrigued by my mind / personality, whatever, and there was saying, put me a business plan together because I know
was
you're
it
smart.
a guy or a girl?
It was a guy.
Was he gay?
Of course.
All right. Did you fuck him?
No, I didn't. But it was just a person like looking at me and saying, "Hey, dude, you're smarter than this. You're better than this. What do you want to do?" And that shit happened way back in the day.
What was the business?
I owned a bar at like when I was 25 years old, back in 2005. It's called Rocket Bar in Dallas.
Rocket Bar?
Yep. Rocket Bar on the bar. Rocket Bar.
Have you seen the rockets they're making these days? The millionaires and the billionaires and Jeff Bezos' big penis?
Yep. It's all, or even all the
My
they're
ex-wife's dad was a stripper for a while.
I didn't like doing it. Like I did it for like half a second, and then I started bartending at the bar where the strippers were, and then I made way more money than all the bartenders. And I was like 21, making like close to 6 figures. I was making more than my parents. I came like not from a lot of money, and then one thing led to another.
Then you graduated to porn.
No, I never did that. No porn. Besides what
so
I look
were
at.
most of the people in the audience, were those mostly women or mostly men?
It was mostly men. Yeah, I worked the place that I did it was, I wasn't like at La Bears or some shit, but
what's La Bears? Is that a gay club or a?
It's a place that's famous in Dallas. A male strip club called the Bears. I had a lot of friends. Like all the dudes that I worked with we were all straight, but you made more money at the gay bars stripping, or working at the gay bars.
I bet you make more money that way, actually.
No, for 100%. Like we were crushing it compared to, it's just like a female stripper working in a female strip club. So it was.
Female strippers love female clients, or like the chick that's not there not to strip. If you bring a girl to a strip club, the strippers will give her all the attention.
Yeah, it was just the most interesting dynamic because the place that I worked at, that I was a technical stripper, They paid us to go there.
Look at
They-
this guy, Rocky Jesus fucking Christ. Ah,
But dude,
God
this
damn.
is, I mean, this is me being young, innocent, not knowing really shit. But I mean, what in this life, like, what the fuck? I mean, we all do what we do. Like, we make decisions as
Was
according
there-
to. Go ahead.
Somebody asked if you got your coin purse touched. No.
I will say this.
I was
Okay,
covering for you.
No, so I will say this. This place was called it doesn't exist anymore, but it was called the Mailbox. MALEBOXX.
Yeah, I get it.
Mailbox. And you could only work 6 days a month, and they
Why?
paid you to be, I don't know, it was some kind of law or something. Mind you, this is in like Texas.
I think
so,
it's interesting they chose 6.
Yeah, right. So my buddy went in for, like, they had contests like on like every Tuesday. It was the male strip contest. So there was this other club called it's where we met everybody, and it was like it was called the Village. It was the most happening place in Dallas in like 2000 and
So
like
hold on.
2000.
Hold on. How many of the strippers were? You're straight, right?
Yep.
How many
Yep.
of the strippers were straight?
Like 90%.
Oh God.
So
that
like
just like because gay dudes love that even more.
Yep,
Right.
they love it more. They love it because they want to turn you. They want to see if they can get you to not be like, they want to be the ones to see what they can push the limits of what you would do.
How many
And the
times
more-
did you hear this line? Lots of straight guys do it.
Well, I got with my this sounds even more hypocritical. With my morality with the whole subject, I was like, I didn't want to lie to him, and I'm like, they were like, I got fucked with saying like, are you exploiting the gay community because you're straight? But in the realest sense of it,
yes,
every gay person works in straight society. So
and they were exploiting you. They were exploiting.
Are they exploiting me or exploiting? Yeah, it's whatever. So I had a hard line on a lot of shit, and I didn't like it, and I drank a lot through that period, and
I bet
and got fucked up because I had to go to work and deal with old men trying to fucking fill me up, try to stick fingers in my asshole, and it wasn't fucking fun.
I bet it wasn't.
It was a lot of money, but it's like, yeah, at some point you look back at it and it's like, what the fuck, bro? But like I said, it was a catalyst to, I owned a bar. I've never really worked for the man. I kind of refuse to. It's still to this day. But it's, yeah, I guess at what point, like, how do you get there? What do you do?
So, and
You have more questions, I'm sure.
I don't know. I can't imagine doing that. Like, so I've had gay guys hit on me a few times. Actually, fewer than I would expect. Gay dudes have really good gaydar. But I have been hit on a few times, and I always get the same line. They always say this thing to me, and it's they're like, lots of straight guys do it, and just keep it a secret. I said, I don't know if that's true or false, but it doesn't matter to me at all.
No, I mean, and knowing what I know, like with what I've in that industry and what I've done, yeah, it's not
but I've never been in that position. So I
Yeah,
can,
like
but it's uncomfortable enough, right? Like having a pushy gay dude on me. It's like, I know you're covered in glitter and you're talking at me with that lisp and shit and breaking your wrist, but I will break your wrist.
Yeah, well, there's also the people that are just silently like very respectful. Your best customers were very, very polite, discreet, and
Closeted.
very like I said, I won't name names, but my investor that got me, like, loaned me the most money, he was a VP of an oil company in Texas, and his whole family, and he's Catholic, and his whole family never knew he was gay, or maybe they figured it out, but he never came out, and he had like that dude's worth more money than I still know anyone to this day, and I'm still friends with the guy. So he was like, hey man, you don't seem like you should be here, you're too bright, you're too smart, don't do this shit, how can we get you out of this? And me and all my friends from college worked there because we all did the strip contest and started working there at the same time. And so the bar owner was like, holy shit. And so there was like 4 or 5 of us that were best friends. We all worked there together. And then I was like, I can't do the stripping thing anymore. I'll bartend for you. So I started bartending, but I was still wearing like the little.
Okay.
I was still wearing the number one hit was I was wearing Hooters shorts.
I'm gonna have my girlfriend come sit by me. She's getting her drink so that this conversation feels less good, so that you can.
Yeah, no. Salute. This is gonna get clipped. Salute.
Salute. I thought you saluted out.
No, I wasn't slidden out. It's a long story, but it's all true.
I don't know. Even in a straight strip club, I don't even think there's something about them. They're like Vegas. By the time I was done, by the time it was the time my plane left the third day, I was ready as fuck to leave Vegas. Strip clubs are similar, right? Like you're kind of ready to leave when you leave.
Well, I mean, it sucks your soul. So I didn't like doing it long. So it's a very minuscule part of my life that I was kind of I fell into it and then utilized what I looked like or my personality or whatever. But
how did they find you to begin with?
They found me in this place called The Village. And it was Wednesday night. I was
what's The Village?
It sounds gay.
It was a gay club, but on Wednesday nights it was straight night. So everyone in Dallas, they all converged to it was like this, like almost like what was that famous one? Mark Wahlberg did the thing or whatever. Shit, I can't even fucking think of the name. But it was that famous club. But in Dallas, this was the place to be on Wednesday nights. And they had the best DJs. Everyone went there, gay or straight. That was the place to be on Wednesdays. So in Dallas, there's always a bar to be to, like on every night. So Monday you go here, Tuesday you go here, Wednesday you go here, Thursday you go here. And this is back when I'm like 21. And so you knew what place to go on what night. And on Wednesday nights, it was The Village, and it was the tits. Like everyone went there, but it was where I met my first drag queen, my first gay friend, everybody. And I was running around there because they let you just, like, the DJ was going crazy, playing the best shit. It'd be boom, boom, boom. And at midnight, the confetti would come from this fucking ceiling. And just the whole fucking place went insane. And I'm running around with my shirt off, and I had, a drag queen come up to me and like, boy, you need to come do this contest on Monday night. I'm the judge. You'll win, blah, blah, blah. It's $100. And at this time I'm working at Outback Steakhouse, and I'm like, broke college student. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay. And then I met a bunch of friends and like, just go do it. So me and a bunch of friends went and did this strip contest, and that's how we kind of got fucking wrapped into it. Cause I was making $30 a night at Outback Steakhouse.
How old are you?
I'm 43. I'm 43.
Okay. So $30 a night. Yeah, that's not great even back then.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was in the college town. Before that, before I moved there, I was bartending at 21. They put me up and I was making about $100 a night, and I bought this car that I shouldn't have bought to make the payments. And then I went to the college town and started kind of going broke. And that's kind of how it all happened. And so I won the contest and then met more people, and they're like, oh, you do this other contest. It's on the next night. I'm like, oh shit. I just made $130 in one night for working 4 hours. That's kind of cool. And then I went to the next place and I made like $160 in like 3 hours getting free drinks. And I'm meeting all these gay people, and they're like, oh boy, when are you going to buy you some jeans? We're going to do this and this. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And then next thing you know, the owner of the place is saying, you need to be my main guy. You need to work for me. And I'm just like, bullshit, I'm not going to do that.
What do you mean by main guy? What's the main guy?
Well, maybe he didn't say that. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But he was saying you need
I
to
didn't
come
know
work.
if that was like bottom bitch means something.
No,
you know?
like I'm like maybe he was just saying like you need to come work for me. And so when I did though, I was like the main attraction / bartender, and then all my friends worked. I got all my friends hired with me. Mind you, we were all straight. So there's 4-5 guys working behind a gay bar, and we're all straight, but they like that better. I'm not going to speak for all gay men, but
I think we can speak for all gay men.
So
not because I just set myself up big time.
So
because they're all like that.
And at that point, like, you know, you go through college, you go through everything, and I'm sitting here thinking I'm progressive, like open-minded. I ask a lot of questions. I don't judge anybody. I never have. I've always been taking up for everybody. And so I was fascinated or intrigued by how someone or why someone is gay, because I didn't understand it. And so I met friends through that, this and that, and then here I am in this place, and it was awkward, but I didn't really give a shit because I was like secure in who the fuck I was. So I just wrote it out.
So did you ever look into like, do they have strip clubs for women? Or Chippendales, right? Is that for women? Is Chippendales for women, or is that for gay dudes mostly too? Who goes to Chippendales?
That's for more girls.
Okay. Did you ever look into that?
Well, they didn't have anything like that there. It was called the Bears. It was called the Bears in Dallas. So that was the place
where women went.
Where women went to semen, but those dudes. But I knew all those dudes. I knew all those dudes too because we're all friends, and they made less money than the guys working at the gay clubs because the gay guys they paid more money than the women.
Much less?
I mean, I don't have a fucking like chart on it.
Was it like half?
It wasn't. It wasn't half. I mean, it just depends on if you get a sugar mama or not, or a sugar daddy.
You got the sugar daddy of all sugar daddies.
You get one good customer like me, and they buy you a bar. Who wins? I don't know. I'm sure there's some girls that are flying on planes across the world, going to Bora Bora, and they
like for a minute.
I went to 50 Shades of Men, but that was more like a show. They got up on stage and they danced, and the girls went, fucking wild because girls are like, oh, lose their mind. And then they come down with their little cards with their picture on them, and you hand them $5 and they go shimmy, 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 and then they turn to the next person and the same thing happens.
Really?
it wasn't. And this wasn't in a bar. It was a cotillion or the cotillion. So it was
Well,
like
I will say this: it's like Magic Mike wasn't too far off. Like with the GHB, the drugs, like with all of it, like they kind of hit it on the head, and it goes both ways. In the strip.
I knew some black gay guys, and they had the best drugs. I don't know if that's a consistent thing, but they hung out with, what was her name? Anyways, you don't know her anyways. So
I think all the gay people have the best drugs.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh. So you said something earlier. You said that you asked questions and you mentioned something about why they were gay. Did you bring that up?
Yeah, I brought it up.
So what what was the answer?
So my very first gay friend ever, I was curious, and he said to me, and I'm still friends with him to this day. We kind of have we're not as good of friends because of political affiliations or whatever now.
Because he's super liberal.
Yeah. And so, but he explained it to me the best way. He just said, I said, when did you know you were gay? And he was like, when did you know you were straight? And I was just like, huh? He was like, I always knew. Like ever since
that feels like a gotcha answer though. Like, do you think that was a sincere answer? Or is it like one of those gotcha quips?
No, I think it was sincere from him because he's like the biggest flamer I know. Like and not in a bad way, but the way that you think, oh boy, like always low, like I mean, like he is the most flamboyant to this day, one of the most flamboyant men I know, and he's always owned that, and he's never changed his story on that. So like when I met him when I was 18, he was saying the same shit. But it is true. He had all the hottest girlfriends that I got to get laid by every girl he knew. Was like, oh, you need to meet this boy. He's so hot. And I was like, thank you. Cool. But anyways, we just, so it seems kind of lame now looking back, but this is like 20 years ago, dude. I mean, it's not like I was
heard lots of lame things.
I'm not like a recent stripper. Like I did that shit way back when I was like 22. I'm 43 years old. I'm like, this is 20 years ago. This is how progressive my mind was, or open-minded I was, to not, I try to understand everybody, and everything, and not bully or be mean to anybody. So I think in the climate in this world today, it's like everyone thinks that people are so oppressed, or you're transphobic, you're this and this and this, and it's just bullshit. I'm from Texas. This is in Texas, bro. This is in Texas.
I mean,
it's supposedly the most anti-gay bullshit state. Like, no, I've got more gay friends in Texas than any other. I'm in California right now. I still know more gay people in Texas than I do in California.
Well, you stripped in Texas.
That is true. So that makes sense. I didn't strip out here. That's true. But I can spot people when I see it. But anyway.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know. This is interesting. People have interesting shit in their backgrounds. Is there any question? Does the chat have any questions? I haven't been paying attention. Any questions about Mr. Pie being a stripper?
And I already let it all out there now. Fuck.
Do you have any? You did let it out. Yeah. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna. I clip up streams into sections. I'm not gonna make you your own section.
10 people up here earlier.
Thanks. Some made me look super gay. But I used to get that all the time, but that's fine. That's all good. I've had more of that shit throughout, like when I was actually working, going through it, then like I already mentally had to
I think that you should. So I have a suggestion. I think that you should resume stripping, at least for like a show or two, and go do it at a strip club with chicks, so that you tell the story next time. You can at least balance it out and be like, yeah, I did a gay club, and then I moved to a straight one. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that I don't think I want to ever strip again, unless
Not even for women. I mean, women are probably rapier than dudes are. Drunk women are like.
Yeah, I'm 43 now, though, dude. I mean, unless we're going for the MILFs or something. I mean,
chicks dig dad bods.
That is true.
Probably
that is
more
true.
Than like.
I mean, I mean, I'm not too bad right now. I mean, but I've been way better.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of belly.
But we're hard on ourselves like later in life, so it's interesting.
Oh, I'm super easy on myself. And this is the latest in life I've ever been, but like I don't know. It's like the older I get, the more carefree I am.
Well, I mean that's honestly why I kind of just let it.
I don't know.
That's kind of why I just let it out, because I really don't give a fuck at this point. I used to. After seeing like what happens on a day-to-day basis on all these panels, whether it's Snafu, Marfugal, Monograph, people being accused of this and that, and people saying certain words, we literally have like the minds of a goldfish, and everyone's on to the next shit the next day. So no one may not even remember tomorrow that I said I was a stripper 20 years ago. So who gives a fuck?
You're right.
I mean,
and
we'll be on to the next shit tomorrow. Some people will remember. It'll be clipped. It'll be fine.
But I mean, you are right. Sometimes I look around, not at my panels, of course, but at other people's panels, and I go, what would if I walked into a room and didn't know these people and they were there, would I talk to any of them? And the answer is frequently a resounding no.
Yep. Yeah. Especially some people. And honestly, but for me, I've always been like a super.
Oh my God. Simple Jack's a genius. On that note, throw them dollar bills at the memberships. Memberships are only $1. For each membership bought, Jeff will do one hip gyration.
I can twerk. Yeah, I can still twerk, but it hurts now.
No, we can't make it that gay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. No, like the gayness, I would never twerk.
Stand and like twerk upside
No, I'm not gonna do any of that. But
darn.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like I lost my train of thought. I'm like Jack Talcott. Praise God. Praise God.
Here's a question. What was your theme song? What was the most money you made at a gig?
Oh shit. Dude, I did this car show and I was the only dude there. It was like all the richest people in Dallas, and like it was like Lake Dallas. I got on stage in front of like 600 people that I didn't know. And what the fuck was that song? But I just put like a cowboy hat in front of my dick. And I walked around, and I don't know, that night I made like probably $2,000 or something.
What was Mr. Pie's stage name? Was it Mr. Pie?
No, it wasn't. I think I just went by my regular name, which is really uneventful and shitty.
Full Monty?
No, in Dallas you couldn't do that. But in Georgia, there was this place called Swingin' Richards. Look it up. I got friends that work there.
Swingin' Richards.
Yep.
They're not very thinly veiled. It's very thin.
Yeah.
Well, I've even Is it even legal here? Like
It
girls? Could-
no, it's not. So in Missouri, it's not anymore.
Kansas, it's not.
In
either.
Kansas, it is. I mean, the place out there is.
When I went to one in Wichita, they did, but a certain time of night, the cops would come around, and they did something with their lights, and the girls would put on like their barely underwear, and then the cops would walk through, and
I just want to say, by the way, anyone that judges from this is sex worker phobe. So don't be that person. All right.
You chose. I forgot what the thumbnail even was. You chose the kink shaming one. Did you see the thumbnail?
Yours?
Yeah, for this stream. It's just an ironic.
No, I didn't even see it, dude.
It's a little cartoon, and it says, "Get on, loser. We're going kink shaming."
Oh no, that's just totally fucking random. Yeah, I was out and about doing shit, and then I came back. Oh, I was listening to Jags earlier, and then, I was listening to everything all day.
Did you have to do lap dances?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rough.
It was rough.
That's probably when you had to get the fingers away from your butthole, huh?
Oh yeah, men are fucking perverts, by the way. I feel sorry for all. I feel sorry for all women. Yeah. Guys want to try to grab your junk and shit. So it wasn't really like psychologically, like you had to. Yeah, it kind of fucked with your mind, especially for your heart wasn't that's what made you think like, what are you doing? Like ethics, morality.
It's sort of fucking with my mind.
Yeah, I mean, just for money. Like, what would you do for money? When people say, "Hey, what would you do for money?" and then, "Would you be a stripper?" and then save this or whatever. So it's a mind fuck. It was a mind fuck for me because I feel like I'm a really good dude, and then I look back and I'm like, was I a good dude because I chose to do that? And then I thought, no, I really was like. I don't know. It's
You
a mind
lived a
fuck.
little. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it makes you a bad dude.
No, not at all.
What do you, I don't even like that the good and bad. Like,
You lived and learned. And
I mean, it's
got
just
you in
such a
good
subject. So,
places, right? You always got to find the positive.
well,
in it.
just is it? It doesn't do anything. It's not. It's. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to figure out how to express this without showing my amorality. It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I had to go home with myself every day and be like, am I? And then you think like we're all we're just all just beings like trying to make money. And it's like I'm just showing myself or using my assets.
I mean, if the question would be, did it bother you? It sounds like it kind of did. So,
And no, I
it's
really
not-
did. It did fuck me up. It did. I didn't like doing it, but I did it. I justified it. You find justifications for everything in life, right? So,
everything that you're doing.
and you had to justify the ends to the means, right? So, did I think it was my like purpose or being, or was it like a means to an end? And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this so I can make enough to do this and get like. And in my head back then, I was very materialistic, and I needed stuff. And I went to the bars and bought bottles, and I thought I was so cool and shit, and had, diesel jeans, and everything was all wrong. Like, I don't think anything like that anymore. I'm at like, maybe I'm saying it out loud just because I want to hear other people's like thoughts on it, because in my mind I had to justify and interpret what I was thinking or going through at the time to justify the means to the ends. And
I think that you got tricked is maybe too strong of a word, but I think that you made a decision, but you were not aware that it would cost more. You'd have to do more than you thought, and by that I mean it would have an impact. You weren't just dancing. It took a toll, right?
Luckily, back then there wasn't so much of the internet.
Right, yeah.
But I don't think there's much of any video proof of it besides
this.
Besides, well, yeah, I mean, but there's no like actual video of me doing it. You're like,
right,
maybe on the dark web somewhere or some shit. But I didn't do anything like that, like bad, like that one place that I did do that huge thing. They were trying to, yeah, it was an insane kind of I don't know how many powerful people are there, but like there was an insane amount of like things going on, and a lot of people that approach you just for how you look to catapult you to the next level. I mean, and I've seen that happen time and time again just because of who and what you are, not just because of my looks, but because of I did have a different kind of heart than most people. So I think I would say that maybe that's my mindset, that I would think that my heart shined through it. But maybe it was just all physical and bullshit for anyone else. So
Gary sort of said, I view this sort of the same way that Gary does, which is we all did foolish things when we were young, and
yeah, I agree.
And it's just one of those things. It's like, damn, but it is what it is.
I mean, what do I say about it now? I mean, I guess I didn't have to put it out there. I put it out there, but it is out there on the ether. So I can't change it. So either you own it or you don't, or that's part of who I am. Because if someone could eventually dig it up on me somehow, if I'm putting myself on the internet about who and what I am, you're gonna find out that one day that I worked at X place or did this and that. Maybe there's more eyes, or there's more light on it now because the internet's big, and you might have a pretty big following, but what are you gonna in this day and age, what are you gonna do? Shame me? Make me feel like shit? I don't really give a fuck. There's a lot more people doing a lot worse shit. And this was like I said, 20 years ago for me. So no, a big brother, and I had a younger sister.
This is something that I'm thankful for all the fucking time.
Yes, thank God. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, and I just missed it. But yeah.
So you're younger than me though, dude. So
I'm 36.
Then I'm 43. I had a beeper. My girlfriend would still text me, like I could text her boobs on the pager.
What about when did you had girlfriends when you were stripping?
Yeah.
Did they how did they feel about that?
They fucking loved it. I don't know, they fucking loved it. I mean, a lot of the girls that I met through stripping. So, like, I cleaned up because all the gay guys would bring their girlfriends to the strip club. And they're like, he's so hot. Look at him. Just look at him swinging his dick around doing a helicopter. And so, no, I got laid more working at a gay bar than I ever got laid in my life.
Oh, we already know that, but
yeah, but I'm saying like,
you know that song, I Wish I Was Queer So I Could Get Chicks?
Yeah, no, so I'm saying if you have a few gay friends, you get laid astronomically more than
gay friends.
than
no,
anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You're right. Like they do sort of. I don't know. Well, I do know why, because I mean I know why they say why, but anyways, chicks like having a gay.
Yeah. Yeah, I had you get one or two good, really gay friends, and they're like, "Oh, girl, he's got a big dick. He's gonna fuck you sideways." Salute.
Hey, don't try to throw this back on me. This is your gay moment. I see you trying to shove that off onto me.
No,
I had
that
to
was
bring
just
her
more-
in here.
Yeah, no, see, you had to bring in here for the gay conversation. That's all good. I guess
All
Pizer's gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna get on the internet and everything's like, Pizer's a homo. All right, fine. Deal with it.
It might stick, it might not. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to clip it into its own video, even though I'm sure that it would be definitely clickable. But I applaud your honesty, and oh yeah, Lindsay does too. So, and just to make it like resoundingly clear, I don't think you did anything wrong. Like the good bad question, I don't think anybody could say you were bad. You might have like screwed yourself over, but like that's not.
Well, no, I've and I will say this in my own defense, like,
And you might not have actually, because it sounds like you made a lot of money in business. But anyways, go
yeah,
ahead.
I mean, like, but I've never. Everyone that I've met through through it all, like it's not bad, because I know who I am and shit. Like, so I've never thought it as me being like a bad person. If anything, like,
Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying earlier.
yeah. So what were you saying again?
No, I mean, like, because it sounded like you said something earlier about like maybe the reason you're saying it now at all is to just kind of like get some feedback about whether I think you said whether whether it's a bad person or not, something like that, right? And that was
Well, no, I mean, maybe it could be looked that way through people's eyes.
I mean,
I guess I guess, but I don't really give a shit.
Right.
Obviously, I wouldn't throw it out there if I've got thick skin, so I've already been through the ringer on all that shit. But I've met a lot of wonderful people, best friends, that are forever friends through the whole thing, that are amazing people, gay or straight, so that have like made me think differently and be the open-minded dude that I am. So I try not to judge or
Did you see the Tommy's new video? Were you watching
No.
for that?
No, not yet.
All right. What a weird gay evening. Oh wait, where'd it go? Yeah, it had me in it. He took it down. He took it down.
Last night.
No. He took it down. Huh? That's amazing. Well, I got it captured on this stream, so all right. I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get to the cigarette store before it closes. It's been a fantastic evening with you. Thank you for interesting content.
All right, cool, dude.
Yep. Thanks for coming up. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so on your way out. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Normally things are not as gay as they have been tonight. I don't have anything else to say. Did I forget anything?
You really brought me in here because it was gay.
It was gay.